Jess Levin.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, how are you, man? Thank you so much for doing the pod.
No, thanks for having me, man.
I'm so excited to have you on.
I'm excited, too. I love you.
I love you, too, Jess. And we start with compliments, and I always like to say that after we turn the camera on because a lot of comics get, squeamish.
Oh, word. Yeah, but you're a good dude. With other people, I'd be like, shut up.
Oh, really?
But you're a good dude.
Dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And my compliment to you, I was thinking about it on the way over here, and I remember because we met, I think 7 or 8 years ago.
Oh, yeah,
I think because I remember I seeing you at the Climate Lounge, and it was when I was just starting out.
Oh, word.
And I saw your set, and it clicked to me because I hadn't seen a lot of live stand-up at that point, and I literally went, I didn't know you could be that funny on stage. No, I'm serious. It was just immediate. Your voice is so unique and distinct. And I love it so much.
No, you're very kind.
Well, and it was a cool moment this year because you just filmed your special.
Yeah, I did.
Which is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm tired. You know what? I'll be excited when it's done.
Yes. Are you going through the editing process right now?
Yeah, we're doing that now. And listen, I'm learning a lot, but it's still I like to learn, but sometimes the process of it isn't pretty.
I bet. Yeah.
So it's just kind of I'm learning a lot. I'm seeing, okay, this next time I got to think about that more. But also too, I'm also at peace with the fact that I did it's good, but I'm my own worst critic.
I bet. And I bet because again, I'm working on some, similar, just a long form project like that. Yeah. And it's just, when you're watching that material again and again and again, do you kind of feel yourself losing touch with what was funny about it in the first place?
I was even angry towards the end. The day before I was shooting it, I was screaming at people. I was just screaming it. I was like, yeah, you know what? And it's just I just didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I didn't want to do it anymore.
How many days were you in the editing room for?
Oh, dude, we're only I'm only meeting Metcalf maybe once a week right now because that's all we have.
Yeah.
So, we're at the tail end. Well, kind of, sort of. We're at the more over halfway done.
Yeah.
Just a touch over the halfway done.
Okay, gotcha. How do you feel about it as you're going through that process? Because I was there the night of. You crushed.
Oh, you're very
It was fantastic. I loved it. It was really cool.
What process? You're talking about now?
Yeah, in other words, because I didn't get to talk to you after you filmed it, but were you just was it relief? Were you so proud of everything?
No, not proud at all. No. Not at all. There's never a
That's
proud
the
moment.
classic comic answer.
I will be proud like a samurai when they die and they look at the magnolia tree and it's coming down and it's it is beautiful. That's when that.
I relate to that so hard.
Yeah.
Oh God, it'll just never be good enough for us.
Never.
No, and
ever.
Did you grow up like that too? Was that a childhood thing?
Yeah. But I'll chase it. I'll chase it. You know what it is? It's weird, and it's gonna be really corny and really cheesy to say this. I grew. Did you see the Billy Joel doc?
No, and I have to. I heard it's amazing.
It is actually really good. It's funny. I got a lot of DMs about it because there's another Jessica Levin who's a producer who's been around. Because I've been on IMDb for a minute too because I've done a lot of production.
Sure.
So I'm the 8th Jessica Levin, I guess, and there's another one that did The Wire. But I got a lot of DMs. It's did you do the Billy Joel? I'm do you think you would know me if I did the Billy Joel documentary?
Do you think we would be hanging out?
I'd be hanging with you? Would you have my Instagram? No. I'd be a different person.
No, I hear you. Yeah.
So, but what I did and I grew, it's cheesy and cliche because I grew up with that shit my whole entire life.
No,
I went to a concert with my father to see Billy Joel. I've seen, so when I was seeing, I was I'm not gonna. I know this already.
Yeah.
But then I saw it and I was he has that. He says in the end, he's am I what I like. But he doesn't know if it's happy, but it's am I at peace? He's I don't know. I'm gonna constantly, and he's in his 80s, and he's still fine.
Yeah.
So I've come to the terms that I'm making. It's making peace with or making not peace. What's the word I'm looking for? It's making nice with the demon inside you.
I love that you said that because even on the way over here, because I think so much. I don't know if you find yourself. Just on some of the days, you're why the fuck am I doing this? Why am I, why am I creating everything like that?
I have more of those than not.
Well, I agree, and I'm in the same boat. And a lot of times, I'm just you know what? It helps me sleep better, and that's. But not that I'm sleeping great, but you know what I mean? It's just
sequel.
Yeah, is that what you use?
Oh, dude, I ZQL every day. Advil PM, going to a nice little night coma.
Well, we've been doing these like recess drinks, and they have like magnesium in them.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm trying to. We talked a little bit off mic before. I'm trying to get off of like smoking weed every day.
Yeah.
And it's just like because that would put me out, and like that was great, but
Right.
you know, I'm trying not to at least space it out a little bit. You know. What I mean?
Right. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'm curious about that mentality. So you said you had that like. Well, hold on. I think we were talking about Ari Findling first. He did this podcast.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
because we're talking about backup for the audio. It's a nightmare because I didn't always have this recorder. Shout out to Ryan Lynch. He, I know you can't see it on camera. I don't know why I'm pointing it to
I
it,
like
but
that thing.
it's great. Ryan Lynch recommended it
It's
to
a
me.
mixer?
It's kind of like an audio mixer that you just plug in right to your laptop, and I'm recording on Audacity.
Okay.
But before I had a Zoom recorder.
Okay.
And I had Ari Findling on this podcast, who I love.
Yeah.
And we had an hour and 45 conversation. Amazing. It was fantastic. He left. I look at the Zoom recorder.
It never hit on.
It never went on. Or I pressed.
I'm getting nauseous.
I sat alone in this bookstore for like 20 minutes, and I was like, "Oh my god! Thank God these cameras recorded audio." So I had to go back. I used like an AI program to like make the audio quality like serviceable,
Okay.
and I literally frame by frame I had to align the audio. It took me 4.5 hours.
God bless you, man.
But oh my god, that's why we got recording backup on my iPhone now.
I always have it. I always do that for me with sets at least or anything.
Yeah,
even
I
when
bet.
I did the special.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. So you recorded it on your phone?
Just habit.
I get that. Yeah, I totally get it. But Jess, so again, you're so funny. I'm so happy to have you on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
But I wanted to talk about. We talked a little bit about therapy. Well, let's talk first about some of the different things about like that I saw in your special that I wanted to like ask about like topics and stuff. You talked about your dad in the special, and what's interesting is you brought your dad's ashes to the special. I think, right? Were you close with your dad?
Not really.
No. Okay.
We were
no,
all,
it's
like,
it's.
I mean, as close as you can be.
Of course, yeah. But and he was a big influence in terms of it was.
Well, because he's dead, so it's easier to talk about him now.
I bet. Yeah. No, it's true.
It is, man. It's easier to process. You forgive people when they're dead.
Yeah,
I was there when he went down, so it's like you
you were.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
what did he die of?
He died of everything. Like he died of what?
I don't mean to laugh. I'm just,
laugh. Of course, laugh. What the hell? I mean, he died of everything. Like he kind of did. Like he physically he had a bad kidney.
Okay.
So he was doing dialysis a lot.
Okay,
then he got cancer. And then, I think the combination of that took him out. Okay. And then towards the end, it was just like the body just was like, yeah, fuck this. And then he was also like, fuck this.
And then how old was he and how old were you at the time?
I was 33.
33, okay.
He was probably in his 70s.
Okay.
Upper 70s.
And so you were with him when he went?
Well, not went, but I was in hospice. You know what I mean? I was there the whole process of him. Yeah. Because I was at my mother's and I was still doing film TV production. Sure. And I was working on a hospital show, so it was really weird.
Oh, that's weird to go back and forth.
Well, just because it's like I couldn't get a wheelchair for this asshole because I had to get you have to get, when you get a wheelchair, you got to get a script from a doctor still.
Oh my God.
And then I had to go get one. I stole one from set because I was like, fuck this. This is fucking stupid. Like I got one on movie production, I could be like, hey, can I get a monkey that's half shaven and with polka dots and 100 years old? And you'll have someone that'll be like, yeah, we'll get that by tomorrow. And it's like, and I can't get a wheelchair for a dude that's going out? Like, really, man?
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous.
And
fuck the medical system.
So I'm so curious, what was it like for you, during that time? Because it's harrowing, I think, to see parents go through sickness, and you see them more as
I kind of was in shock the whole process. Yeah, I think I was just when you're in the zone, when you're in that shit, it's kind of when again for the special, I'm not thinking about. This sucks, and you're just like, this is what it's gonna be. And I wasn't, I got into fights with people. I didn't handle it emotionally.
No, of course, yeah.
I worked on set too, so I was I was working in Philly on a show called Do No Harm. And then, so I was doing that and waiting tables during when I was, to make money. Right. And then, helping my mom out with him. So,
Yeah, it was just all consuming. Were you doing stand-up at the time?
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet. When did you start doing stand-up?
Shit. When did I start doing stand-up? I mean, I've only done it now. I mean, it was 7 years in April.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, I on and off, I did it but I didn't do it consistently.
Right, until you really picked it up.
And also I didn't have the time.
Right, yeah.
Being on set
and
give you any
well, the
time.
reason I bring it up is, you have some amazing jokes in your special that I really don't want to spoil on the podcast, but it's about how your dad brought you up in a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like with, we'll call it a masculine
love.
influence. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or tough love.
Yeah, and masculine. Very, very masculine.
Yeah, so because you were big, like you love sports, which I know.
Yeah. Well, I still do, but I think it was just what we could talk about.
And isn't that I haven't run this on stage yet, but I have in my notebook that it's like you can tell how distant someone is from their father based on how much they love baseball.
Yeah,
like
dude,
I really
completely. That's
like
a sport.
oh,
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like I look at some of these sportscasters and I'm just like, oh man, like
yeah,
you can just tell.
I know, Joe Buck, you're just crying inside, dude. We all know it. We see it. Your dad did what you never talk to you. This is the only way you're talking to your dad now. It's the only way. That's it.
Well, that's what it is, and it's interesting too because like the solo show I'm working on is about relationship with my dad, and
right.
It's just something about them. They struggle to connect, and it's just like my dad texted me 2 days ago, and he goes, "Hey, Matt, just let you know I fixed the bottom outlet in the kitchen, so now they're both working okay." And I was like, "You can say how are you?"
Yeah,
like
no,
I'm just
dude, that's them being like, I'm checking in on you, but I'm not checking in on you.
That's exactly what it is, and then it's an interesting question because it's like, is it up to us to kind of take it at face value and say this is them trying, or is it like because we need more, just as children and
no, I
beings.
I hear you. Wow, you're at that level. That's cute. I am at. I'm just trying to like I'm at that level where it's like it's who they are. It's what it is. I struggle with this. I'm an adult. So I can't be like, but there's this little piece inside me that's like not whole. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But I can't expect it to come from anyone else.
That's what it is. And it's hard because it's like,
no, yeah.
I listened to this book on audiobook because I can't say I read it, which is Running on Empty. And it's literally,
I've heard of it. I never.
And it's just like, it talks about just like how, it's like a glass of water that has a hole in the bottom. And it's like, you just keep refilling it because you can't patch up that hole.
Right.
But I'm in a similar boat where it's like, I don't know how to patch it up.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I think I maybe thinking about it now, maybe I deflect. I'm angry at the world anyway.
Yeah.
Just for the sheer fuckery of it all.
Sure. And I would think that comes out on stage because I've seen
and even on the streets sometimes. Like
really?
Today.
Okay. Yeah, like today. Oh yeah, what happened today? How did that?
I was just busy as shit, dude. I woke up, I started doing work, and today's big for payroll. It's a big day on Monday for my day job. So, but I still was going to the gym. So I woke up. Also, I had a fun time yesterday. I probably drank a little too much, so I'm a little hungover. And I got up, whatever, run around. I had a lot of running around to do. I went to the gym. I had to go pick up my laundry that I didn't pick up yesterday. I had to go pick up my happy meds at CVS. And then on my way, you know what it is? Again, this is my upbringing. There's a guy approaching me. I know he wants something from me right away. So right away, I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, that's my immediate, like, not like if someone was like, I'm bleeding, I'd be like, oh my God, let me help you.
But
this guy's trying to sell me something. I'm not going to buy. I have no money. I have nothing. You have nothing. And like, shirt wasn't ironed, which annoyed me. And then it was wrinkled as shit. Like, I'm not one.
Put yourself together if you're going to ask for money.
Wrinkled as shit. And I don't know what donation company he was working for, but I was just like, I was like, I don't have time. And then he goes, oh, boss lady. I was like, excuse me, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I'm like, excuse me? He goes, no, you, and he, is not from here. So I think it was just like, he was being like complimentary, like boss lady, or maybe he wasn't. I don't fucking know. So I got chest out. I was like, what the fuck you talking about, motherfucker? What do you mean boss lady? What is that? What are you talking? Like,
yeah. See, but that would trigger me too.
That triggered me. I don't know why.
Because it's literally, I know sometimes, hopefully.
It's okay. She'll get the drift.
Yeah.
We're not open.
No, sometime you can leave it there. You can leave it there. Yes, that's fine.
There you go.
Sometimes, they drop off the donations and.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So they just leave them at the door, and I take them at the end. But
that's nice.
Yeah,
okay.
They're still there. Can't figure it out.
I need to donate my time. I need to volunteer.
Well, I think about that all the time.
Maybe I'll be a big sister.
Yeah, I thought about that too. Like, and a lot of people get into that program. Like,
totally, man.
It's volunteering, because that's why I love this bookstore for that reason.
Oh, yeah,
because
it's
it just gives me an
fantastic.
excuse to,
Right.
at least help with it. And this bookstore is wonderful, just because the mission statement is all about community and
Right.
stuff. So it's not, Carmen, the bookstore owner, told me that that's a not-for-profit bookstore. Like they're just trying to build community in Hoboken, and
Right.
she's a saint anyway. So
Yeah, that's great.
but we were
Shout
talking about that, but that would trigger me too, right?
Yeah,
Seeing
so
that.
I got
and
like,
the
what the
boss lady
fuck?
thing in fucking New York
Yeah, it's
is
like,
very also coming from a man is like that's
yeah.
you know.
I was just like, what are you trying to fucking say, bitch? You
Yeah.
really want to see a boss lady? Like, what are you talking about? So I kind of but that was all that happened. He was just like, he was taken back, and also I ignored him, and he was also smiling. So he was a pulse of like, I guess he enjoyed seeing me going ape shit.
Was he was laughing or just like
He was like laughing and also
God.
like one of those like, I don't know. I wasn't really watching either. I said, go fuck off. And then I waited for the light to change. And then I went across the
Oh,
street.
so you're standing there for
So
like
I'm
a second.
standing there like whatever
Yeah.
with my back turned to him. You know
See,
what
that's funny too, where there's like that social, like you can't go anywhere. Like I was there,
I
allowed
was
these
kind of
people.
stuck, and I was like, "Fuck this!" But I'm like, I had to dig my heels in. I'm like, I'm not gonna go across the street.
I love
I'm
that
not
for you.
uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're the one who's. I'm not moving. You move.
See, I love that because that happened to me in Hoboken. I have my dog in the car and I had to run and drop off a package quick. And
Right.
the only spot I had was in front of one of these people asking for donations.
Right.
And the woman, she must have been from like the Midwest or something because she was so nice. And she's like, "Oh, you got a dog? What kind of dog is it?" And she's asking me 50,000 questions about the fucking
lady, I don't
dog.
got time.
And I'm like,
I don't got
she's
time.
great. The Maple, everything. And I'm like going to the back door.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like
can
trying
you
to
read? Can you
That's
read?
what I'm
Can't
saying.
you read?
But they want to keep pushing because they want to get you.
Want to get it's like, can't you? Like that's what annoys me. It's like I don't. If
yeah.
I had time, I had time. I don't have time.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
don't
Yeah,
have time.
it's right.
I'm fighting time.
Read the
I fought
room,
Time
yes.
right when I woke up today.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
already losing.
Oh God,
Already losing.
And then it's like you're already losing.
I'm losing as soon as I hit my feet hit the ground. Its clock is
I'm
already
down.
fucking.
The day is just one
It's
big
done.
downhill.
It's downhill, and it's like maybe we'll catch up at some point. I am learning to slow down though. That's another thing I'm.
Oh,
learning.
really?
Yeah.
That's how are you doing it like practically?
Well, no. After therapy and meds and shit, I've noticed like when I feel my body starting to race
yeah,
and the tension. I know the triggers now.
that's real. Yeah.
So that's what getting. That's why I can't stand like people. It's like getting healthy in every which way, weight, brain, alcohol, whatever the fuck it is, whatever your vice or bullshit is. These things don't happen linearly, and they don't happen right away. Like they don't happen in 6 months. There's no that's when people say like rock bottom. Like there's no fucking movie where it's like you drop and then it's like, oh, eureka.
yeah.
It doesn't. It's you fuck up a lot. You crash the car millions of times. You freaking
Yeah.
Some of us aren't lucky. We don't get to explore past that. You know what I mean? Some of us are, and hopefully you figure it the fuck out. And I'm still like kind of. But I do notice myself when I'm like this. So what I do now is I do breathing.
Okay.
I'm learning I breathe a lot. Like meditation, kind of I like it, but sometimes I can't just,
It's very difficult.
breathing.
To,
I
yeah.
have to physically do something.
Yes,
So I have
and
to like physically breathe. I have to like hold ice or
Are you
something.
doing? Yes. Are you doing like box breathing and stuff? Or
Yeah,
like, yeah.
you
That's
breathe in for 5 and then you hold it for 4 or whatever, and then
Something,
you breathe
yeah.
out at 7 or something like that.
But what's nice about that, and is at least it's like it's different than meditation because there's like a physiological response in your
Correct.
body
There's
when
also
you
a
do that.
neurology
Yes.
response to that.
Yeah.
So it's like a full-on thing. So
Right.
that's like, and it's also like quick.
yeah.
Like you could do it right away, and it helps right away.
Yes, 100%. What are some of your triggers? Is it like that interaction with like people on the street and stuff?
Like I'm in a rush. Like
Yeah,
I want to go to the gym. I got to move the car because alternate sides parking. I got to get
Yes.
to the gym, and then I'm going to go to the gym, and then I got to go. I didn't make that clip yet. I got to make a clip. It's got to
Oh
fucking
my
go up
God.
by 3:00 p.m. Otherwise, that's when you're on your there. That's what it's supposed to tell you there. That's when it's gonna be there. That's when you're in there. And then it's like that. And then it's like I got to come home, and then it's like, all right, I got to pay people and do my day job right.
Yeah,
And then it's like,
yeah.
all right, am I getting booked? Then I got to, I have to get that promotional shit ready, and then I'm watching my special to figure. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Yeah.
But I really had I had a little epiphany on the way here, because it's such the lighting is beautiful in Hoboken too on the buildings and stuff. It's
Yeah.
absolutely in the fall it must be breathtaking
It's
too.
really, really nice.
Um,
I can't lie. I really do love it.
yeah, no, I don't blame you at all.
Yeah.
I had an epiphany where you can't do it all.
No, and that's
You can't do it all. You can't do it all.
Yeah.
And I think for most of my life, I always try to do everything.
Yeah.
You know?
And especially with comedy now, because I think it's just so much of, which is the good of it, right, is so much is in our control. But the con of that is you literally have to do everything. You have to be a producer. You have to do social media clips, whatever it is you want to do.
Right.
Like, and to that point, I also get very stressed out with that stuff too, because like I will have like, okay, I'm doing this, and that, and then when the slightest inconvenience happens, I lose my shit, because I'm like, I can't. I'll give you an example. Like I've been lucky. I've been working remote these past few months, so I've been driving my fiance to and from work every day.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I try to remind her that. So it's, but sometimes I'll get stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
It's a 15-minute drive. I'll be stuck in traffic for an hour.
I know.
And I'll miss shows in the city.
Yeah.
And it's like, and this is, again, through no fault of her own, but it's like I'm like, I lose my mind, because I'm like, everything,
Well, then, because everything starts unraveling, right? You're
exactly.
Like,
that's what it is.
I'm stuck in traffic. I'm missing my spots because I can't do this. And then it's like, what am I doing? I can't make my spots. This is what it is. I'm going to be on a rat in a wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like, and then everything else starts like, your interpersonal. It's like, what are you doing? Why am I getting married? Why am I alive?
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
So the nice thing about her is she's able to, or at least she's gotten better at like bringing me back a little bit.
That's great.
Which is really nice to have.
Yeah.
But in the same way, I pay attention.
Try doing this shit alone.
Yeah. Oh my god. Is it like with men specifically? Like, do they ever come up to you after shows or anything, or like
to hit on me?
Yeah.
Never.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's interesting.
No, usually it's a pound, and you're really freaking funny, dude.
Okay, so it's more like
or even chicks too. I'm not gonna like chicks or dudes. Will somebody say, be like, man, I don't like female comedians, but I find you funny.
That's fucked up to say. People say that to you?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I'm like, well, thank you for acknowledging I'm a female.
Yeah, that's
because I don't get that a lot.
When we go back to how your dad brought you up and stuff, right? And you have again, I'm not sure if it's on the special, and I don't want to spoil it, but you have this wonderful joke about how you do have these you did have this masculine influence, and then you're like, but I'm still a woman, like I still like sweet stuff.
Yeah, I do, but I think for a very long I don't know how to phrase this. I feel like most people do create some form of narrative, if they will, in order to adjust to whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, you look at suburb people and they're going to have their freaking party, theme party shit.
Yeah.
And, everyone's just trying to get through their shit, right?
Yeah.
So I guess for me, for a long time with, years of building up shit, I kind of was like, I'm just going to have this tough masculine, and working on sets with mostly masculine men, and being able to, as a female, there's two ways to go. And I've worked with an AD, and I won't dox her, but she once told me, she's like, to get, you should be a little, she said to me that I'm a very, I'm rough. And she said, you should be more flirty. So I grew up in an era, and kind of my mom, it's like, you're either the saint or the whore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're either you're the endearing, sweet, kind, bubbly femme. I listen to Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Cute and docile, and, all the things. And even women that think like that are like that now, that are like, oh, women empowerment. I'm like, whatever. And or and to be on set, I always wanted to be treated as an equal.
Yeah.
And so to be equal, I always was kind of talking about sports. I talked like I could relate to you. I knew how to talk to people.
Sure. Yeah.
And I thought to see me as an equal, not as just whatever, either sex or whatever the fuck. So I guess I didn't realize I was doing this, but through the years of just being around that environment and working in kitchens too. I worked in kitchens for a long time.
Yeah.
I just worked in a very, bust your balls, you know.
Those types of environments.
Right.
Yeah.
And I had older brothers, so I could take hits.
Well, that's the thing.
And I can give them back.
So it's almost like you were brought up in this environment, and then you were put in the same environment where you would excel by using those things you learned. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. And I kept on doing that. And I through the years, and I didn't notice plus the waking and drinking and partying and eating horribly and all that shit caught up to me. And I didn't I woke up and I was like, I guess but then now I'm like, I didn't realize I was putting on a show. I just thought it was being, me, hanging out. And now, I'm kind of in this I used to like makeup and stuff like that and all that stuff, but it's just kind of like, I don't have time.
Sure.
I don't get these bitches that fucking go on, that they wear 10 pounds of makeup.
Yeah.
It's insane. I'm like, what time are you just they wash their hair, they dry it, then they curl it. It's like you have 3 hours to get ready. I literally get done with work. I maybe will throw some mascara on and I'll go out the door and I'll start just doing shit.
Right.
And then I don't even know what I look like until I'm on stage and I see pictures and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I should have brushed my hair today. And I didn't I just don't have time. I just don't have time. I'm a peasant.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
You said something so interesting, which is that, you talked about a little bit about almost playing a part.
Yeah.
When did you think you woke up to oh my God, I'm playing this person that, really isn't me?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I was saying, I don't want to say it wasn't me. I think it was still me.
It's a different part of yourself that you were accentuating.
Well, I don't know. You know what? Sleep has a lot to do with it too. Because when I was working on sets, I mean, I sometimes had 5 hours to sleep. So I worked at a rate of and I moved around every 9 months for 15 years, and I and don't get me wrong, there was a lot of fun too. I had a lot of fun too. I partied, I had good times. So I guess I'm slowing. It's a good thing. It's there's a transition now happening to me. And it's just, a different part because I'm, 44. So I'm heading into, I don't want to say the winter, but we're going late fall maybe, of my life. And I've been, back in the city now for 9 years.
Yeah.
And this is the longest I've lived in one place since Jersey.
Okay. And
when I was a kid, I lived in Jersey till I was 12, 13.
And then you moved to Philly?
No, we moved to North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you lived there.
That was a shit show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We left in 9 months.
Holy shit. Under a year. Wow.
Yeah. That was horrible. That's where I actually gained all my weight that I have been trying to lose ever since then.
Was it what was so bad about it?
Well, oh my God. I didn't know. I never saw racism. It was I didn't get along with the black kids. I didn't get along with the white kids.
Okay.
I was too northern.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I straight up, from down there to there. And then also I have a handicapped sister. Then I'd see her getting and making fun of, and I'd get into fights. And they don't have good education. Sorry, not to be basic, but they don't, sorry, fuck off. You don't. And, I didn't get along. I didn't say ma'am. I'm not involved in the culture.
Right.
A girl I ended up becoming friends with. Her dad was a biologist and a teacher at school at UNC off campus. Was a racist. So it was just it was just a horrible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. It was just all horrible.
And formative years too, right? You were 12.
Yeah, I was.
Around,
I was 11, 12, and all that
Okay.
stuff like that. So it was awful. It was just really, really, really bad.
Well, it's bad on so many levels too, because again, I think back to I was very fortunate. Middle school around 11 or 12 is where I found a lot of my high school friends that I'm still friends with.
Oh, word,
so
that's great.
I'm very lucky in that way. But to be displaced at 11 or 12 and then to not even find your footing for that long is very
that sucked. That wasn't fun. But I didn't like anything, and my dad was drinking bad then, and it was just bad. My mom's mom died. My nanny died while we were down. It was a bad time.
Were you close with your nanny?
Oh yeah, my nanny lived with us.
Oh, she did.
Yeah,
okay.
so when we moved down, I think my mom was probably pissed about this whole situation. My dad he retired from sanitation. He didn't want to pay the taxes in Jersey anymore.
Okay.
So he was just I want to go down south, because that's what all those jabrones want to do. They're
Right,
immediately they're let's go south.
Yeah, the South has the answers.
It's are you kidding me, you carpetbagger idiot? What are you talking about? So, we went down there and it sucked. It was bad. I got childhood obesity. I got childhood depression. I got all that, but I never went to therapy.
Right.
So, we moved back. Well, so my brother played football for a place called Westchester University. He was a quarterback.
Okay.
He played there. So we my parents found out about an area next door to that and was like, this is nice. So before we even sold the fucking house, we moved into an apartment building, and 4 of us with a dog lived in a 2-bedroom.
Oh man, that's tight. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad too. And then we went, and then we finally moved into a house. Maybe about, I don't know, maybe a year.
Okay.
And we moved into the house. But I gotta tell you, living in the apartment complex was pretty cool because it was just like you're around all these kids, and I just would leave the house, and I just, even though there was bad shit happening at the house, it wasn't a good time. But that's also when like the year, it was 1994 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it was that was a kick-ass music year. That's like that's Music Box, that's Pearl Jam.
Oh shit!
Nirvana.
Oh, that's
So hip hop was killer then. So it's like
So it was,
I don't know. It was like, so I was hanging out, playing basketball in the apartment complex, and we were
just like blasting music and
tunes,
stuff.
stealing cigarettes from Wawa. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's kind of like
so
fucking around like that.
Yeah, not to get like way off topic, but I just listened to Dave Grohl's autobiography from last year.
Yeah,
that was really interesting because I didn't know anything about Nirvana. Like,
no,
well,
yeah,
I felt like a fucking idiot. You're gonna rip me for this, but like 2 or 3 years ago, I was like, Dave Grohl was the drummer in Nirvana.
I'm not surprised by it. Don't worry about that.
I appreciate that very much because some people I told
have
that
to acknowledge
like,
that fact. Like, I guess the only thing that pisses me off about people, I find people are less curious now, even though we have the technology to find anything out you want, and it's so crazy how people. Because I'll mention something to be like, well, that wasn't around when I was born. I was like, yeah, that's the 1930s. I wasn't around either.
Yeah.
But I was really lucky because my parents were both very invested into films, our theater and sports and all that stuff.
Well, it's like you said that I'm noticing 2 different groups are kind of forming right now where it's almost like your taste is being curated for you.
Correct.
And then there's these other people who are rejecting that, a very much smaller population.
Yeah.
But they're rejecting that and they're saying, fuck that shit. I want real, authentic, risk-taking
Those
stuff.
are my people.
I agree. Because I was just talking.
And it's harder to find.
Very hard.
Very
and it's
hard
like,
to find. But I hate the basicness and the mediocrity.
Oh my God.
Like, I talk about that in the special too. It's like, it's insane how mediocre we have gotten.
And that's it's
insane.
And it's like that's what's like attracting these
like there's even like I used to be really into fashion, believe it or not, and Vogue's latest issue came out, and it's the most mundane, no inspiration, and it's like 3/4 of ads, and it's like, and not even cool, because usually the ads used to have these beautiful like flower. It was crazy. It used to be like you're on an acid trip, or like some cool shit. And now it's like, it's so boring. It's so basic. And it's like the majority, because people that are really rich, if you see how they dress, it's kind of like they're like dressing like an iPhone. They're just kind of like, they're gray shirt. You know what I mean? They're just basic. They're just basic.
Yeah.
It's just really insane. So I'm sorry to cut you off. But
no,
I'm a big,
not at all.
That's the thing that I'm big. It's insane how like people are not creative, really.
Well, that's why, like, I'm like a huge believer. That's why people stop going to movie theaters. It's like, just because of all this like Marvel shit that's coming out, all that stuff.
Right.
And again, there's a place for that, but that's why, and I haven't seen it yet, but Weapons, I heard is like phenomenal.
I like that director. He also did Barbarian.
Yes, which I haven't seen that, but
that's a great one.
We might watch that this week. I think.
Yeah,
we were saying,
it.
Just
it's a good one. It's a good one. It's, and not only it takes a turn, so it's really, really cool.
Yeah. Jess, I guess like what directors are your favorite now that we're just talking about movies?
Well, I've always been a Coppola
chick.
chick.
Yeah.
He's one of my besides The Godfather, but he also did The Outsiders, which is one of my favorite films. I read that book when I was really young, written by a girl too, a woman from Nebraska. She was 16 when she wrote that book.
No,
which is crazy.
really?
Yeah, she was in high school when she wrote that book.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Oh my God.
Then she wrote Rumblefish, which Coppola directed to do too.
Did you see Coppola's the latest? What was it with Adam Driver?
Didn't see it.
No, okay.
Didn't see it.
I heard it wasn't that great.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's like, I don't like the conversation. I don't like a lot, but like he'll have a movie like The Rainmaker, and that's shot really great. That's in the John Grisham years, but he shot that really well, and that was a good one. And what the hell else? I've loved a lot of other stuff that he's done, but yeah, Coppola. Besides Godfather 1 and 2, of course, and when you get the extended one when they're brought together, that's like police. That's like perfect. That's the way you should be watching it.
Oh my God, I didn't know that
mashed
existed.
up.
Wow,
yeah, it's the fucking tits.
wow.
And then Kubrick.
Okay,
was always biggie on him. There is, but I also like like John Ford. You know what I mean? Like the old school cats
Sure.
that would probably treat me like shit. William Friedkin too. I loved him. He did a movie called The Train.
Okay.
And I think if my memory serves me right, he did Scorsese, of course. What the fuck?
Did you see Killers of the Flower Moon?
Did not see that one. I'm having
Okay.
I'm having a hard time watching Injustice. I'm seeing it every day of my life, but I
Yeah.
have a hard time watching that.
That one, and that one's especially hard to watch in that respect.
Like he's just
so-
killing. Like the
Yeah.
one scene I saw was just like he just shot a whole family,
Yeah,
like
it's-
right in front of it. I'm like, I can't. I don't
Yeah.
mean to be a cornball. I can't.
No, and it's but it's like, why would you go to see something that's already happening
Yeah,
around
like
you?
I know of it, the story, and I was just like, I can't watch
Yeah.
that pillage in front of me.
I hear you.
You know,
Did
that
he,
hurts me.
He also did The Irishman. Am I making that
He
up?
did The Irishman. I
Okay.
saw that in the movie theater.
What did
That
you
was
think of that one?
It was all right.
Yeah, I was really disappointed by that. I
It
thought the
wasn't-
CGI they did was
It
terrible.
was horrible.
It was
It's like, why not
awful.
just get the fucking hire someone?
That's what. Yeah, but
just
it's
hire an actor.
and this goes
you
like to a little bit about like what's happening now. Is like all these cost cutting things and everything.
It's-
And that's why I won't see an action movie now. Is because it's all fucking CGI. Like nobody does their own stunts anymore with car chases or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what the French Connection. That was the other, I think, really
Yeah,
freaking
that's-
movie. That's forget about it. That was illegal what they did. But hey,
They got away with
They
it. Good
got
art
the
is
shot.
getting away with it. I think
they
that's
got
Andy,
the shot.
Andy Warhol.
They got the shot. Yeah.
So, like, Jess, was film like? Because for me, so maybe forgive me if I'm like projecting,
No,
but
of
like
course.
for me, a film was like an escape, like
Yeah.
a lot for me. So that's why I loved movies and reading and stuff. Was that like for you too?
Well, you know
or-
what? I don't know. It's also how we quoted movies in the household. Like I've been quoting Carlito's Way since I was 8.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Three Amigos, like all the comedies.
Sure.
I mean, Richard Pryor, I grew up in my house. Like that was our
Yeah.
guy in the
Okay.
house. He was the base. So we watched and Gene Wilder. So we watched all those series.
Sure.
My dad loved Gilda Radner too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Whenever we went to the city when we'd park, he's like, That's Gilda Radner's house because when
Yeah.
she died of cancer, they had the Gilda. They have
Oh,
a
okay.
cancer house. I don't know what they do, but it's a
Yeah.
nonprofit. I think
Okay.
Gene Wilder, God bless, started it after she passed.
I'm
but yeah.
I'm always grateful thinking back because I think like the similarities we've talked about like with parents and stuff. They brought me up, and it sounds like for you too, with great comedy taste. Like it was
Yeah.
like it was necessary watching in my house to watch Mel Brooks, we watched
Yes.
Abbott and Costello.
Woody Allen.
Like, absolutely, yeah.
Take the money and run. I
Yeah.
saw that when I was wicked young. My mom saw him at Carnegie Hall. She used to see him at Cafe Wab when she was younger.
Get
My mom-
out, really?
Yeah, she grew up in Chelsea, so she would just
Okay.
like, you know what I mean? It wasn't
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? She was never like that. She just would go, you'd walk somewhere and there'd be like, back in New York when people would go out. That's another thing too. There's no middle class anymore. That's also
Yeah.
fucked a lot of shit up.
Yeah.
So I don't blame, I get why people are going to see the Marvel shit,
Mhm.
you know? But I mean, the dumbing down of us it's a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? There's no one entity that
Yeah.
made it happen. Also, our attention spans suck. So
It's
harder to make a movie now where it's like, but A24 is bringing that back. You know what I mean?
I
There's
think
a
they're
little
doing,
bit.
I think they're doing.
I
a
think
great
they're all
job.
doing what they can. You
Yeah.
know. Also, too, the studios. There's no studios anymore. There used to be people that were like, "All right, we're gonna make this picture," and then, I mean, they weren't great people, but I mean, I say that in my special show, they weren't great, but they'd be
Yeah.
like, "All right, we're gonna get Shirley Temple, and then we're gonna," you know what I mean? Like they were just like, "No, we got a picture." Like Orson Welles too. That was a big fan of his when I was younger, and as I got older, I'm even in high school, I was a nerd. I'd rent a lot of movies, like especially European films. In my public library. I was a big public library. I'm still a big public library
Really?
person.
That's
big.
That's
yeah.
really nice to hear.
Yeah, I
Just
try to
'cause-
help out when I can with that at least. That's
Yeah.
why I can't give you money on the street, dude. I'm trying to
Wow.
do PBS,
Oh my god.
and it's insane. So and I also grew up with a lot of British television.
Oh, that's interesting. What shows?
Are you being served? I think that was one of them.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I smoked weed before, so I'm a little blonde. Keeping Up with the Appearances.
Okay.
And my mother is a junkie. Well, my nanny was too. She loved any murder mystery, like
Okay.
Agatha Christie shit.
Sure.
So Hercule Poirot, all that shit.
Yeah.
Grew up with all that stuff. So we watched a lot of those stuff. And my mom watches Father Brown and all those British
Wow.
Irish series. Still
Yeah.
this day she does. So I grew up with a lot of And then when I was a kid, when The Simpsons were on, my dad and I would watch that together.
I mean, that's just.
So I grew up that happened. That came out when I was like 8.
Wow. Oh my. So you were there
yeah,
for
the
it.
first.
Yeah.
I remember the first episode was the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Well, and also it was on Tracy Ullman's show. So that's how it started. It was on Tracy Ullman's show.
Oh,
She
I
used to
didn't
have a
know that.
show.
Okay.
Yeah, and the cartoon The Simpsons was on there. And then I don't know what the relationship with Fox, but then Fox got it to come out, and then they made a series out of it.
Oh wow. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
So
It's watching that now is like. I mean, it should be if there's any required comedy,
especially
something.
during the Conan years.
Oh my God,
yeah,
that's
the Conan years are.
I literally just watched Marge and the Monorail.
Oh
it's
yeah,
fantastic.
Man, that's a great one.
Oh
dude.
my God,
Yeah.
it's so.
My buddy Dan he's like an encyclopedia with that shit. But yeah, that was a big influence too. So yeah, I was my parents did have good taste.
Yeah, and so like. Who I guess would you say just because we're talking about taste, like who are your biggest influences? Would you say
In
comedy? We'll say
in comedy.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
Richard
it
Pryor
could be film as well, but Richard Pryor. Yeah.
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 Richard Pryor for sure.
Sure.
Big fan of Patrice O'Neill, of course. When I was,
Yeah.
but that's more.
Oh,
into my
I
later
see
year.
that. Yeah. Oh wow. Very cool.
I like. I love Woody Allen. I watch
Yeah.
his movies still this day because I also like. Jesus Christ. I'm so embarrassed. He's a big fan of him. He's done. He's a big Swedish director, and I can't believe I can't remember his name, dude. I'm such a stoner, dude.
I know. You're totally fine.
No, I have to look it up.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
Fucking bothering me, man.
It's
'cause
totally-
so ridiculous, dude. Because I like Woody Allen's not only his comedies, but like Hannah and Her Sisters. I mean, it's a straight ripoff of Ingrid Bergman.
Oh, there you go. You didn't even look. I love it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Ingrid Bergman a lot.
Sure.
Even though he's fucked up. And I still not Virgin Suicides, but I forget Virgin Spring. I still can't watch that film. That's a fucked up film. But
oh, really?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I haven't heard about
Takes
that
place
one.
in medieval. Oh, Kurosawa too. I got into them when I was younger too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess films, theater, plays. That's always been my big. I mean, I love sports too. Like, remember '94? I'm playing basketball, so Allen Iverson's getting in the picture.
Yeah,
so that was
yeah.
big.
And you were
boxing was really big in my house.
Oh, really?
So I grew up with Mike Tyson.
Okay.
All everywhere. Boxing was big in my house.
Really?
Yeah, because boxing in New York used to be like the thing. Like there used to be Friday night fights in Atlantic City all the time. Like
Wow.
Atlantic City used to have fights. Like it
Yeah.
used to be like a place like you go to a concert. You're not only gambling. It was like
Where is it now? It's mostly in Las Vegas, right?
it
For
is.
boxing?
I don't
You
know.
do you still watch it at all?
No,
or
my brother does. He
Okay.
watches the overseas stuff though a lot more.
Mhm.
So I forget which channel that one is on.
Do you watch UFC at all, or no? Is it just like
Which
fighting?
one?
UFC.
Fuck no.
Oh, really?
I can't stand that shit.
Oh, how come?
I think it's sloppy. I don't have
Yeah.
interest. It's like, I do jiu-jitsu. You're into karate. Let's
Yeah.
go at it. It's like, I don't care.
Gotcha. So
And I don't like the culture. I like, you know what? This is where I'm like very, I get stubborn with. I do like history.
okay.
So not good, but there's such a colossal amount of history when it comes to boxing
Mhm.
in regards to where it comes from and like in New York,
Yeah.
the culture of New York. And I grew up in the era of the heavyweights. So it's like, and like a lot of like great history is from boxing and, Detroit with Joe Louis, you know what I mean? There was some
Sure.
great stuff and people breaking odds and the story behind that. So it's like, I'm just much more married to that. There's a romanticism there.
And
I don't find that in UFC fighting.
I that makes a lot more sense to me because in the same way I'm a diehard Yankee fan.
Yeah, right.
And
Of
baseball
course.
shares that as well.
So
Where
that-
it's a game,
totally.
absolutely.
It's just got that history. It's
Yeah.
just like there's something that when you have that many years and lives have, come and gone and, especially in, being from up here, it's the fabric of its culture and how it's made it who it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Jiu-jitsu, I'm not, I get it. That's a history too. But that's why I feel like it gets drowned out by all these like, I do that. It's like cut and pasting. You're not like actually learning a like actual Like if you went and saw Muay Thai fights, those
Yeah.
are fucking epic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a history of Muay Thai. It comes from a certain, Thailand and their history of that.
Sure.
Manny Pacquiao that comes from that world.
Yeah.
So it's like I like things with a history and a culture and human touch to it.
Can I? And this is again, I know nothing about this. So like jujitsu, for example, it doesn't have like that same cultural.
It does, but it's the same. But with UFC, I think it gets it's people are not there for that.
Oh, that
so it's like
I
there's
see
no,
now.
you know what I mean? There might be
Yes.
fighters they know,
Sure.
but there's like with boxing, it's like there's just trainers that people know about
Sure.
and years of and the history of that. Like we used to have a guy up here again, Stone. I can't remember his fucking name. He was in Creed. I could see his face. His brother was a promoter, and then he got shot by by the guy he was promoting. Like, there's just history there.
Sure.
So it's just like with UFC, and I'm talking of ignorance because I don't know it. But I'm sure some guy would be like, no, but Nicky Jones, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not
and
the
I
same.
totally get what you're saying too, because it feels so much more like commercial now.
It is so commercial, and you know what it is too. That bothers my it's like I don't know. There's a lot of sacrifice. Like those old athletes, dude. They didn't make money. Like they didn't.
Yeah.
Get, like even
That's
old
a
school
huge
baseball
thing
players,
now.
they had to fucking have a side
Babe
job.
Ruth had a second job.
What's his nuts had chuck full of nuts after he retired. You know what I mean? You have to
Yeah.
have there was like people that sacrificed for shit to and with UFC, and it's just like. I find it as like as shiny as Instagram. It's just a shiny thing. It's vacant. It's shallow. It's void.
Yeah.
There's no hearth to it.
Yeah. Is that like a view that's shared by like a lot of boxing fans?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't
That's-
talk to
okay.
those people either.
Yeah.
So I mean, my brother Jimmy's like an encyclopedia with that shit. You give you a fight, he's like autistic almost. It's like you can name the fighter, where he's from,
Sure.
story, because he just reads up a lot about it.
Is it sad to see like where boxing is today compared to like where it was?
I don't know. I guess boxing's always had its it comes from slums. I mean, the reason people used to just do it on the streets. I mean, there's been gambling with it.
Sure.
I guess that's another thing why I like it too, is because it was the peasant. It's
Yeah.
blue collar.
Yeah.
It's like it comes from the ground. It comes from the
Sure.
I like things that are from the balls. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't like it from I like things that are built up and comes
Yeah.
from hardness.
Well, and also too, like as an artist and a stand-up, right? It's like that's also
There's sacrifice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even with being an authentic, you know what I mean? Like authenticity has a cost.
Oh wow, I love that.
It's just facts.
Yeah.
Authenticity has a cost.
I haven't thought about that, but wow.
You have to give. You can't have it. You know what I mean? You have to, and that's another thing too. I get annoyed. Like I feel like people don't understand. You have to give a little to get. You know what I mean? You can't just take. I feel like people just take.
I love. I listened to Jessica Carson's podcast, and she says something wonderful. And this is specific to comedy, but she said that there's two types of people in comedy. There's givers and there's takers.
Yeah.
And it's like it's once I see that now, like
oh yeah,
almost like labeling.
I get to the point where I protect it to the point of like we're done.
Yeah. Which you have to, because your energy
We're
is
done.
yeah.
Well, because I don't have the patience and the emotional intelligence to sometimes explain to people, because I can just see in them and it's like you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
So maybe one day you will. I'm not saying you're never gonna get it,
but not right now.
Just not right now, and I don't have the time.
I totally.
And
understand.
I'm not here to save you.
Yeah. One other thing I wanted to just say about sports, because one thing you and I share is that we love art and we also love sports.
Yeah.
One thing that has always shocked me is that people in artistic endeavors, like a lot of times they're not sports fans.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah, I don't get any of that. Yeah.
Oh, really? Like you don't understand what I'm saying, or you don't get?
No,
like,
I don't get why people are not interested in that, because there's I don't know. Yeah.
It's storytelling.
You're
watching stories literally unfold in front of
right.
us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I've never understood that.
Well, that's why it's like I used to love the Brian Gumbel show, because back in the day you had journalists, you had sports journalists like that wrote for the Daily News before it was just a straight up rag.
Yeah.
It had and the Post used to have like sports really, and I mean Hunter S. Thompson was a sports journalist sometimes. He wrote about the Derby.
Yeah.
Like that became like a pillar of writing in American history and that. So it's like exactly right. So to me, I don't understand why people would not be. I don't get that. I don't get people that are very much like I also don't like when people are like, oh, I don't like math. And I'm like, I played music. So it's like there's math in music. I like the relationship of numbers. I think that's interesting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. No, I totally hear you.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, but I can't stand. It's like, even when I talk to, they're like, oh, I don't know numbers. It's kind of like they're like, I'm an artist,
Yes,
and it's like, how do you not know?
Right.
Like, do you not see like in nature there's math, like the Fibonacci sequence?
Yeah.
It's like there's math is all around us. It's
Yeah.
like so it's not like, I don't understand why people are not again curious or understanding, especially like back in the day with the Olympics too. It's like people sacrifice so fucking much to do, especially their bodies and everything. So it's like, and they're not always the best people either. My dad was a massive fucking Vince Lombardi fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, huge. That's why he's more of a Packer guy than he was anything else. And
then just a heads up, I think we might have someone downstairs, but no worries.
Yeah,
I'll tell
no
what we're
worries.
doing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I heard him. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because we did have one time we were recording and I felt bad that he scared the shit out of the guest.
No. I figured. I know.
No
Again,
worries.
time or place. You
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you know what I mean. Wait, there's someone's gonna burglarize you from the back. People think, man, relax, dude. I don't get. This is what I go. I have no patience. Feel like A is B C squared. Like put it together, bro. Like someone's gonna be. And there's a homeless dude down there that's gonna come up and hit you with a shank. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah. Do you have, by the way, do you have any time restraints or anything?
No, man, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Because I did want to touch on. We talked a little bit before. Just about. Depression. And one thing that I think is so interesting is that you found therapy and those techniques a little bit later in life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us like how, because like, was there a stigma to it when you were growing up around that stuff?
I don't think it was a stigma, but it's like it wasn't as accessible as it is now.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, even getting your oil changed wasn't as, like when I was younger, my dad did it. We didn't go like, you know what I mean? Like all this stuff is like kind of like being able to go online and be like, I need to talk to that. You know what I mean? This is all new world order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't like frowned upon. It just wasn't like the first thing that came to mind.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I do think my dad had bipolar or something.
Sure.
Thinking back on it now.
Yeah.
I'm like, he was just manic. So, but that's just, I mean, fuck. I mean, that's just what it is.
When did you first start going to therapy?
Well, I first went many, many years ago. Mm-hmm. But this is the thing, too. I just met I had shitty ones after shitty ones.
It's a process to find someone you were,
Also, I didn't have health insurance. So it was like trying to find that. And then also, I think I think this is all new in the last, since COVID years of going online and the education of it all and having access to that is kind of a newer form. It's newer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like... Before, it's like you had to call the insurance company and be like, well, what's wrong? You're like, I don't fucking know. I'm not talking to you about this.
Yeah.
Just get me somebody.
Right.
Like, you like, they're like, oh, okay. Well, and then they just throw you someone. And then you're there and you're like, all right, I guess this is it for now.
Right. And then it takes
until
a few
you get
sessions.
to a level where you're like, okay, now I'm at a level where I can actually like, now I know, after now. And also, too, I think people like, I would have a therapist and I'd get to a point where I'm like, okay, we're in a good place now. I think you have given me all you can give me. I'm going to another person now.
Yes.
And I'm very much like, I use them like Band-Aids. I'm like, we're done.
But I don't know if that's the worst thing. It's a professional clinical setting, and it's like, if it's not serving you, then what's the purpose of going back?
And I never do the breakup thing. I treat therapists how the men have treated me. I ghost them. I totally ghost them. I'm like, we're done. And then I go on I'm like, I'm going to find someone else. Like, I just do that.
I have to imagine therapists must be used to that at this point.
I mean, of course, especially with like, with online now. It's just like, all right, we're dropping. And it's not like I'm avoiding it. I just, like, there's no point.
Yeah, it's like, I hear you. I felt bad because I had a therapist who was brilliant with me. And we worked together maybe 2 or 3 years. And then my insurance changed. Right. So I kind of dropped off the map. And to her credit, she reached out. She was like, how's it going? Like, are you all right? I just want to know what happened. And I don't even know if I answered that email. I know. I'm
no, that's sweet of her, though.
I know. That was, yeah.
No, yeah. I just recently found a new one. I went through, I mean, all in all, total 1, 2, 3. The problem is early on, I would get to a point and then there'd be an explosion and then I'd be like, okay, now I need to go see someone.
Right.
That happened, a couple times.
When was the first time that happened for you? Was it like early on?
I guess In my 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you like, was it something where, and again, you can be as detailed as you'd like, but was it
Yeah.
something where you were like, now I need help?
No.
No, it wasn't. Okay.
I never had this like now I need help. I was like I never saw it that way. I just saw it as like I don't know, it was never clear to me. It was always in a manic state of just
Sure.
there's never a clear thing.
It must have been hard to like take that step back and like realize what's happening because you seem like you were really in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, I don't think I have ever had. Well, I mean, I guess the most recent one because I'm older, but I never had that moment of like clarity.
Yeah.
I've never had that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's never been like I wish like it's like yeah I don't I know it's like when people die too you think it's gonna be this it's never magical. There's no magic involved. That's why it's like there's no like falling in love. You know what I mean? Like fuck off.
Yeah,
there's
not.
no magic to this.
Yeah.
There's none.
Yeah.
It's stop. There's no Santa Claus.
Right.
There's no God. And there's
some people would not react
I like
well to it.
existentialism.
No, and
I like Buddhism too. I'm not full on. I can't. There's no way. I'm not gonna be ignorant and say I'd be a Buddhist because there's no fucking way.
I hear you. But you look for the commonalities between
I look
all
for
of
that.
them, right?
Nature
Yeah.
gives me a lot of.
That's where you have to look because you have to. Yeah.
Nature is like like even when I live in a sunny side, so it's very tree and all that stuff. That's what I notice. See the way light hits things.
Which honestly is important when you're living in the city to have that. Cause
no, totally. That's what keeps me kind of going. But yeah, I never had this like. I know what I need to do.
No, it was just so. I guess like what forced you to go to therapy to seek help?
I still don't know.
Oh, really? So it was just like, wow. I'm sure it must have been then like a culmination of things, right? That just kind of.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's like. Most part of it is like I can't just I don't want to put this on my friends.
That's okay. Yeah.
I guess that.
I get that.
Also, yeah, I don't know.
No, I get that because I mean, a big moment for me, like my early 20s, because very similar. I had a very tough breakup in college, and then But to that point, I was like, oh my god, I'm talking about this too much with my friends. Like I can't keep fucking burning them out like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's part of it all. Also, like I had a bad spell right around the time I was auditioning for New York. Like a couple.
The added stress of that.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well, it's just a bunch of. I was already in a bad place, and I was mad. See, this is the thing. This is the problem that I have. Everything. It takes a lot to take me out.
Okay.
So I'll keep going.
Gotcha. Is there a part of you that's like when you're taking it, so to speak, like you're like, no, fuck this. I'm gonna go even harder. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely. I'll take it to the map. I'll keep on. I'll take it. I'll keep on going.
Yeah.
And I'm still like that. I don't know when that will stop, but. That's just how I function.
Yeah.
I'll just keep going.
Sure.
And I'll beat the shit out of myself.
So around this time you were like auditioning for New York, you were like going through it?
I was like having breakdowns every it was like I walk down the street and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like when I was things were beyond my control.
Yeah.
That's when like I'd had to hit that wall though.
Yeah.
There's no right. Like maybe I should talk. It was never like that.
It was
I don't talk to someone. I'm gonna take my car.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was that.
Well, it's and unfortunately
it would get to that point.
Yeah. Which a lot of times, unfortunately, like it takes that to force someone.
And I've had that multiple times.
Yeah.
So it's like I keep on.
It's but
each time it gets better.
Well, we talked about in the beginning, right? It's not linear. It's not linear. No, it's
not,
this up and down.
You're going up and down. You go off the wagon. You're on the wagon. You know what I mean? You're kind of just that's just the way I handle life.
Yeah. And I mean, the only thing is like you have to remember in those moments when you're down that you've been there before. Yeah. It passes.
Yeah.
And that's the only way to get through it,
Yeah, that's why again I like nature because nature's like all
right. Oh, that's interesting. So it's very grounding.
Yeah, it's very grounding because it's like all right,
sense,
it's raining now. It's not going to rain tomorrow.
Yeah,
the sun does come up.
Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, I know like it's like I don't like that stuff they do in kindergarten, but like through that lens of like
you have to look at it through a child. They call it meditation, the monkey brain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Stay nimble.
Yeah.
Stay and that's why I do a lot. Like as I get older, like I watch a lot of like samurai movies and westerns because I have the capacity to have the patience for it. Because when you're watching those films, they're very slow and methodical, and very the pacing of it is slower.
That's so interesting.
So it's almost like that's why I always like going to museums, or even like because it's like a you're underwater.
Yeah.
It's like scuba diving. It's very meditative.
Well, you know what I and that's why I love reading, because it's very, and because obviously, we spend so much time on like this. I'm holding up my cell phone, but like it's so quick. Like when you're scrolling and doing whatever, like it's just constant. It's very hard to find that place to stop. We talked about breathing before too.
I'm horrible at reading. I'm the
Are
worst.
you? You can't like, well, in the sense of like horrible, like finding the time and stuff, or just
finding
like,
time and finishing them. I never finish them.
God, I can't.
I never finish them.
Because, well, the thing that sucks is, like, I'll be on a tear. Like, beginning of the year, I was reading a lot of, like, Kurt Vonnegut, which I loved. And then
he's
now,
great. He's an easy He's a fun... I don't mean to say easy read.
No, but it's fun, like you said.
Conversational.
Yes, and it's funny.
And
like,
funny.
it's great.
Yes.
And so I was going through those books, and then I was like, all right, let me... So someone recommended this other book. And it's like, once you hit a bad book, it's like, all right, let me get 2 pages done today.
Yeah.
Another 2 tomorrow. I can't, because I don't like it, but I'm someone, I have to finish a book.
No, I wish I had that in me. Like,
Ugh.
I don't have that with, like, I mean, I can watch a movie and then turn it off and go to bed. Like, not even the full movie. I don't have to finish it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if a movie I've seen before. I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like, I'm a horrible... No, I'm not that bad. I mean, I have Criterion channels, so I do a lot of, like, I don't watch TV shows.
No, you don't. Interesting.
No.
Even like Sopranos or something like that?
I was going to say, the old ones, like, I watched The Wire, because that's the shit I liked. And, but ever since, anything that I've ever worked on, I never watched.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I mean, it's probably a different relationship for you.
But with TV in general, there's nothing like Game of Thrones. Fuck off. I'm not watching you for 10 years. I don't know. Like a Chekhov play. I don't even understand what's going on. Who's related to who? Like, it's just like, it's... Shut up. I got my fill with Lord of the Rings, with that world.
Yeah, I bet. So you're not into fantasy at all, really?
I like fantasy, but I like Lord of the Rings. Like, I guess, like... I would have liked the earlier ones, and then once the books were out, it's like, what are you doing, HBO? Let it go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The books,
hear you.
like, like especially with like things like Lord of the Rings and all this. These worlds are like, I mean, that freak show, like Tolkien and all that. He had like a whole language that he created.
Which,
I mean, he like created a whole universe, like literally.
Right.
A family tree. Like he created. So that is like, again. That's something that's well thought. Like, everything that I enjoy takes so much sacrifice.
Were you?
And you're mentally ill. Like that.
Yeah, that's the There has to be.
You're an alcoholic. You're gonna kill yourself.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Exactly.
It's just, I'm not looking for a happy person. What their take is.
Every person, and all my favorite athletes had priors. So it's just like. It comes from a very sad...
You don't like Jeter? He doesn't have priors?
I know. You know what? That's like that. You know what? For some reason, I don't find... Like, usually I'd find someone like that, like a cornball, but I like him.
You know what it is? I think he's very... But he's got to be... He's sick about winning, is what it is. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Because it's just like... Because he's not a cornball. Like, he's
not a cornball.
You know what I mean?
Not.
How do you feel about Jameis Winston? I know that's super random, but I like... Because he's like this like happy-go-lucky guy in the Giants now, and I'm like trying
I think he's an idiot. I'm sorry. You went to SEC school. I think you're just a schmuck. Like, I just don't have any appreciation for him.
The way you sat back and was like...
I think he's just... yeah. I mean, I hope... good for you. I hope for you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think he's sloppy.
I don't
think he's smart.
No.
And the Giants should have a smart guy. Like, your organization...
Do you like Brian Dable?
Your coach?
Yeah.
I don't even like mine. I'll be real with you.
You're
Nick Sirianno, he annoys the shit out of me.
But you're the Eagles. You just won the Super Bowl.
I don't care.
Jess,
I don't like the fan base.
I always remember.
I'm horrible.
Oh, you don't like the fan base? I don't like the Yankees fan base. I fucking hate them.
I can't stand them.
Yes.
I like, dude, and I'm not like a Philadelphia fan. Like, you know what I mean? I just like I like the organization. Like, I like Howie.
Yeah.
I like the owner. Like, he has an autism room for people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
oh, wow. Okay.
One. He's very good. He's from Boston originally. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
he's a businessman, but he seems like a nice, like, I'm
Yeah.
fine with business. Make your money.
Sure.
And I think he puts a lot into arts and all that stuff.
Sure.
So he's one of those kind of like, I like that.
Yeah.
And I like the organization now. I think they're very, even Saquon Barkley's starting to annoy me. Like, shut up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, shut up. I think Jalen, though, is a class act guy. And
Yeah,
I like,
he's-
I
yeah.
like those. I like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the fan base is a bunch of schmucks, and I'll say that now.
yeah.
It's like I
I feel the
can't.
same way about Yankee fans.
Yeah, and I don't
It's
blame
just-
you too, because you guys, I think of every time when I think of I think of 25th Hour when there's. I like Spike Lee too. 25th Hour when Edward Furlong has that. Not Edward Furlong. What the fuck's Ed Norton has that massive monologue, and he's like, "Fuck the Jason Giambi Italian." Yeah, you go fuck your mother. Like, makes fun of mozzarella,
Yeah,
gold
yeah.
chain. That's like constantly.
Oh God, it's I
Like-
mean, that's a lot of them too. It's just like, it's. They don't even understand the franchise. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No.
this is a franchise about
I mean,
history, and you're just
yeah.
like, we like if we don't go 162-0, like we're failures.
Right.
Shut up.
Do you think the Moneyball thing is ran its course?
In what sense? What do you mean?
I know. I think a lot of people are pissed with the Yankees because of the Moneyball thing of just the data and all that shit.
That's a really. I'm so happy you've given me a platform to talk about this.
Yeah.
My thing with the Yankees.
Get it out.
What I. Thank you. Finally.
Yeah.
I love their organization because
Right.
they are. I love their analytic department, and I think that's what you have to do. You have to look at analytics. That's the way the sport is going. There is no
Yeah.
control over that. So be ahead of the curve and be smart about that kind of
Right.
thing.
Well, ahead of curve. Isn't everyone doing that now?
Well, yeah, but to the point of it's like, the Yankees have like, and some other teams have this too, but they have these pitching machines in the clubhouse where it can mimic specific pitchers.
Oh, really?
And they're absolutely. So it's like Giancarlo Stanton, who's a DH,
Yeah.
will be like, they'll be in advance, be like, all right, you might face pitcher A or pitcher B
Right.
when you come up. So he'll go down to the batting cage,
Right.
and he'll face both.
Right.
Like while he's like prepping. So
Right.
it's like they give the players the resources to succeed.
Correct.
What I think has happened is I think it's just there's a culture that's been established because it's so player centric now.
Yeah.
It's like, let's get these guys like they don't ride their guys hard anymore to get the best out of them.
No.
Which it's like, and in New York, and I think partially the fan base is to blame too, because in New York, like they've destroyed Anthony Volpe. He's
Yeah.
this like 24-year-old kid, and it's like if he's not hitting, they fucking go, and it's mental in his head, right?
Yeah.
So what I like, look at what Milwaukee's doing. I don't know if you're following baseball this year.
Not really, but I'm really. I'm pulling for Detroit, to be honest with you.
Dude, they started hot. They're
Yeah.
really slowing down.
I know.
Yeah, so
but
it's-
I liked Detroit during the Jim Leland era, and I wish they
Yeah.
won.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That was such a fun team to watch.
100%. You might really root for the Brewers, man, because it's Pat Murphy. He's their manager,
Okay.
and he's this old school guy who like
Yeah.
he'll eat his players like in the media.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? He'll be like, this guy's not performing, whatever. And they just had a 15 game winning streak, whatever it
Oh,
was.
wow. Okay.
It was like tied. It's
I
the
would
best-
like for them. I wouldn't mind. I'm sick of fucking Florida.
Oh no, Milwaukee.
No, I know Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
My main thing is I just don't want any Florida teams. I'm over the hockey. I'm over baseball. I don't fuck you Jaguars.
Oh,
Fuck the
my
Summit. I
God.
hate everything. Every team.
Sure.
Same with Dallas. I don't want anything good to happen
Oh,
with that.
God.
Anything with that and the Lakers.
Aren't you loving
to
how
this
the
day.
Cowboys look right
Oh,
now?
my God, I
Ugh.
do, but you know what? I feel bad for Dak Prescott because he seems like a good guy.
Oh yeah. Were you like on him? I thought it was funny they put him under anesthesia for like that leg tattoo, and everybody was like ripping on him.
Oh, they
last
did?
year
I
or
didn't even
something.
know about that.
Oh,
That's so
really?
funny.
Yeah. So
That's
people
so
were
great.
ripping.
I am excited for football season this year, though, dude, because I just need something. That's my reality TV. Like people watch fucking Love Island and all that crap.
Yeah,
I like football because
Yeah.
it's just I know the sport. I grew up with it, so I know it really well.
Yeah, and it's
And
again,
I
it's
know
come back to storytelling.
It's storytelling.
Right? That's what
I know
it
the
is.
history. I
Yeah.
like busting chops with it. I have 3 fantasy leagues. I'm about to join a suicide league. I love all that.
You had a draft yesterday, right?
I had a
Or
draft
something?
yesterday.
How did it go?
That was fun.
Nice.
I
you guys,
took
I
some
saw you guys with the
swings.
crossbow on.
Yeah,
Instagram.
Colin's nuts. I comes out with a crossbow. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? This is what we're doing now? But I love that goofery. That's fun.
Yeah, it
dude.
is
That's
fun.
What
Yeah,
are you
man,
doing?
have a good
On a
time.
Sunday, we're all fucking around. We're looking at
Yeah.
this thing. And, I took Aaron Rodgers just to be like, ha ha.
Oh, you did?
I did. I was like, I need a second QB.
He's
I'm
such
taking
an
Aaron,
asshole.
baby.
He's
such an asshole. But I like it.
God. Yeah.
I'll hate watch it. I'm like, yeah, you fell again. Because I have Joe Burrow.
Okay.
So I'm
yeah.
like, whatever.
All right,
like one
yeah.
week I got to throw Aaron in if he still has a leg or
fine.
can even walk around.
Is it one
short.
quarterback or super flex?
It's one quarterback.
Oh, nice. Okay. I just
Yeah.
joined a dynasty league.
Oh, dude,
and
why
we
would
had
you
our-
do that to yourself?
Oh, dude.
That's insane.
Can I tell you, I kind of love it because
Do
now I
you?
can be like, I have one league. That's all I'm doing. This is my focus, although I will say the draft was 29 fucking rounds.
Wow.
And that was 2.5
See,
hours.
that's too much for
It
me.
was a
I
lot.
like having to do new.
Yeah,
every
but it is kind of fun to be like, so I had the 3rd pick overall and I took Jamar Chase.
Okay.
So like, but the first 2 guys, it's a super flex. So
Yeah.
I
so
was
you
like,
you have to play 2 QBs
yeah,
every time.
But I have Brock Purdy now and then Bo Nix.
Let me ask you, when it's a super like that, I never played that way.
Yeah.
Do you have more receivers on the?
I do. So I take receivers because I'm a big believer, like with running backs during the year, they're all going to fucking get hurt. So just pick
Yeah.
somebody up during the year, right?
Right.
So like, but with the super flexes, it's like you should play a QB, or if you have like another elite wide receiver, you can throw them in as well.
Oh,
just for
okay.
like extra points.
Okay,
so
I
it's like,
gotcha.
you get
So the super flex could be a QB or a wide receiver.
exactly,
Or
yeah,
it could
but
be anyone.
Yeah, but like
Okay.
you should put a quarterback there just for like the points potential and stuff.
Yeah, but you get it's a PPR, right?
Yeah, we are PPR. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
don't you want a receiver, because there's going to be more chance of getting more, unless you have a Jalen, like a guy that's on the runs.
Yeah, and I think it depends on how your team is structured.
Okay.
So it's like, because to your point, it does make sense. Like if you have like I know he's not as good anymore, but if you had like a Gabe Davis like 2 years ago,
Right,
then
right.
throw him in there because like he could score 40 points in a week.
Right.
Or something like that. So,
Right. Yeah.
But
That was fun.
I'll show you
did
my
it.
team after.
Yeah, I'll show
I
you
want your
mine.
opinion. Yeah,
I
please.
took some swings.
Okay.
I took Rashid White Rice, and we don't know what's going to happen with him.
All right. I like that. What round you get him?
I got him deep.
Oh, all right. So yeah, take
Like
the
I was like,
risk.
he was there. I was like, I'm grabbing him.
Take the risk because you know what? You look like a
And
genius.
also, I was the last, so we do snake.
Oh, cool.
So if
you were last.
I was last. I
Oh,
get to
wow.
choose 2.
Okay.
But if I don't choose,
Yeah.
I get fucked.
Right.
So it's like you got to kind of strategize.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I didn't take a QB until I don't know, the 9th round. Like
Sure.
it was deep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one quarterback you can get away with that because it's how many
Yeah.
people in the league?
How many are there of us? I don't know off the top of the head.
All right, like
Maybe
10 or 12 or
yeah,
something.
something like 12, I think.
It's like you can do that with a QB because then it's just like I love how we're
Right.
giving fantasy advice like literally
I know.
for
We're talking
preseason. No, it's great.
Yeah.
It's very topical. So it's
Yeah.
but you can get away because then you have a top 10 quarterback in the league. So who
Right,
cares?
exactly. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, who
You know
gives
what
a
I mean?
shit?
And it is a PPR, so I double down. I make sure my bench is
Yeah,
deep.
that's what you need.
You know,
yes.
like I think I have 5 receivers and 5 running
That's
backs.
what you need.
That's-
Yeah,
and I have 2
100%.
tight ends.
Yeah, because these guys
'Cause,
get hurt.
You know, they got hurt, and
Yeah.
and tight ends now are kind of they receivers now. They've been playing that way for a while now.
I took a lot of young guys in the dynasty draft. So I took this guy Kraft
Well, that
on
makes
Green
sense
Bay.
to take young dynasty.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it is kind of fun because now it's like, okay, I took a lot of rookies. Let's see who pans out.
Right.
And but I am a little lacking in the quarterback area. Is the only bad thing.
Okay.
So, but
all right.
I have some guys that I'm hoping break out. Who's the guy Burden on the Bears? I'm hoping he
Okay.
has a good year.
You should fucking draft what's his face, Payton's kid in Texas. Put him on the list now.
Is he?
I don't think he's
Oh,
he's in
Peyton. You
Texas.
said. Oh, yeah.
It's like I'm gonna draft that little fucker. he's gonna get out real. Like I don't know when.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
We'll
in the
see.
draft next year, I think.
Is
right?
he in next year?
I think so.
Is he gonna? Okay.
Yeah, so I think he's.
So he's got one more year at Texas.
I think
and
one more
that's
year
it?
at Texas, and then because I
He's
think
on
it's
it?
1 year they have to be a college now.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so too.
But
Since that started with basketball, isn't it? Because I think
yeah.
that was LeBron.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Because
yeah.
LeBron went right from
LeBron
high
right
school.
to
Yeah.
high school to pro.
Which is amazing. Like.
Yeah, but I'm an MJ. I don't care. I'm not gonna.
Really?
Yes, I don't care. I don't care. You know why? I take.
The
everyone-
Last Dance, by the way, the best documentary I've ever watched in
that's
sports.
hands down the
Ugh.
greatest sports document. One of the best. greatest.
Unbelievable.
We needed that too.
Oh, I watched it stoned too.
Oh, dude, I
my
cried
God.
like a fucking.
How
Yeah,
could you
that
not?
is-
It's
yeah,
unbelievable.
That is fantastic. That was fantastic.
I will say the captain for Derek Jeter. I know I'm biased. Close second. I don't know if you've watched
I
it.
didn't see that.
It's all about the '90s Yankees.
Oh, that's
It's
fun though.
Great. It is fun.
That's a
like
fun
they bring
one.
in the other guys.
That's a great.
Yes.
That
So,
was fun.
Very well done.
Yeah.
I would say it's up there, but that Last
Yeah.
Dance was. And by the way, I had no idea Phil Jackson had such a philosophical philosophy, or
Yeah.
I'll say we'll call it spiritual philosophy when it to sports,
Well,
because
yeah.
I loved that.
Well, yeah, totally. I mean, is he from Cali originally? Where's he
don't
from?
know.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I mean, hello, he coached the Bulls. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
can't.
Well, again,
and
I
had
went
Dennis Rodman on the team. Like,
Which
you
you-
fucking insane.
and you watch how he coached Rodman.
I know he didn't he didn't fight him.
Exactly. He was like,
He's like, all right, you want to go to Vegas? Go ahead.
you need this, so go.
Go.
And then I love he would come back and just dominate.
Yeah,
Like,
you know. I mean, he's a nut job. You know.
Yeah, but that's like who he is.
Right, but that's
So,
who he is.
yeah.
But that's why. Yeah, like. I miss sports that create that kind of dynamic
Yes,
character.
100%.
See that much now in sports in general. Joe Burrow has a little bit.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Sure.
He's got that Namath.
Yeah.
Kind of, but like the Lawrence Taylors, that's like the tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see that much anymore. Like a Marshawn Lynch, he was fun.
I was.
He was fun. He was just fun. Like, I don't know, man. He's like eating chips and drinking. You know what I mean? He didn't give a shit.
Have you ever seen Murderville with Will Arnett?
No.
Oh, it's like an improvisation detective show. Okay. It's a fun, and they have comedians come on. Conan goes on. They had Marshawn Lynch for an episode, and he like doesn't know what's happening, and it's like one of my favorite things to watch. You can watch it. It's on Netflix. Jess, you'll love it. It's so funny.
He was fun.
Yeah,
he was fun.
Did he go to he went to like some arcade in Buffalo or something?
Yeah, I
like
think so. And then just like that's the kind of guy who just show up and like buy everyone pizzas and be like, yeah, man, I just want to play some games. You know what I mean? He does his own thing.
Yeah.
I like players like that.
Yeah,
and he had swag. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, yeah.
He had swag.
Because you have to. I feel like to really pull off something like that, you have to be.
Yeah,
talented.
he's just like he's fun. You know, I don't. He's just fun.
It's very hard to pull that off in New York. Like that shit would not fly here. Like it's
But
he played. Where did he play? Seattle.
He played Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah.
He was great. He was on Seattle for a minute.
God.
Yeah. But yeah, he was fun. But yeah, I'm just excited for sports just because it's just nice to because I can't with everything going on. I just can't.
And it means so much more than it should, or at least like with John Oliver's like a huge I think Liverpool fan.
Oh yeah,
I was watching an interview
my brother's
with him.
big into soccer now too.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand it. I just don't get. There's all these clubs.
It's so confusing.
It's so confusing.
Yeah.
I like the Premier League. Of course. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I also like the fact that it's like I could start out. If I, in theory,
in theory,
start
yes,
a soccer team,
yes, 100%.
and I you can get an underdog that way.
And it's amazing that they don't take advantage of that here. Like imagine different NFL leagues. Like imagine an XFL team playing like an NFL team or something.
I probably would,
Yeah,
it's a little different sport. So physically speaking. Oh, you just can't even get kids to play anymore. The CTE shit. It's kind of dying.
It's like, well, maybe something else.
Exactly.
It's so funny.
So,
I just it's people. I mean, people just need it, man. It's
just fun. And it's like I say, and also for me, it's a sense of community. Like going to a friend's house, and it's like just doing stupid shit. It's just fun.
Yeah,
that's also why when I was younger, I liked hanging out with bros. Before I wanted to have relationships with them, they were just so much fun.
Yeah,
but now I'm trying to get into a relationship with you. You're just a nightmare.
Well, dating now too is just a fucking
nightmare. I've given up on that.
Are you still on apps at all or no? Yeah,
not at all.
As I'm a huge proponent, as someone that was on them like a lot.
I just don't find them healthy. No. I don't like being on Instagram. I don't want to be on my phone.
No, it's fucking.
I'm trying to find less reasons to be on my phone. in my life.
I agree, and I think that's
I read from real books. I read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I listen to a lot of music online, but I'm not looking at it. You know what I mean? I just have it on. But I'm trying to get off my phone, and I don't. I'm just trying to I'm working on that now too in therapy. I'm trying. Through all the years, I didn't realize I did build walls.
That's interesting.
I did.
Yeah. In other words, with the people around you.
Yeah, or just in general.
Sure.
Even when I was younger, if I had a dude that did try to hit on me when I was younger, I'd be like, "What do you want? Just get to it."
Oh, that's
you just want to fuck me? What do you want? What are we doing here?
That's an interesting defense mechanism.
I never liked.
Yeah.
It's kind of sucks, but at the end of the day, you're gonna hurt me. So, do you want to do it now or you want to do it later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. You saw my reaction. You're like, yeah, I know. Yeah. That one's.
Yeah. I'm just like, just do it now. I never think it's never gonna work out.
Yeah. Are you're working on that now?
I am because I've when you're going through the process of therapy, you're working on all these you don't even know what you're working on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm at a certain place now, which is what I want from a therapist. And I know now I'm like, all right, we're going to work on this theme. I'm going to see how you do with this one.
Yeah.
Because you can't, like I said, you can't do it all.
Yeah.
So for me now, but I have to say it's the first time in my life I'm not coming from a place like we have to fix this so I can find someone. I'm not. I never was that chick. I never was
Sure.
like I want to have a baby. I need to find someone. I never wanted to force it. I never wanted to force anything.
Yeah.
You know, I always thought I'd find my whatever other or fucking partner in crime, whatever the fuck you want to call it, through just evolution of being friends with someone. Like I always envisioned being friends with someone for years, and then you know we develop a relationship. You know, and I'm not gonna, you know, I fuck up. You know, I choose the wrong people. I emotionally, like, you know, things I didn't realize I didn't have the capability at the time.
Yeah.
So now that I've collected enough data through the years, I've now like I'm approaching it in a way where like, okay, I do put up these defense mechanisms. You know, what is this? You know, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sitting there be like, I need to take down the wall. It's not that. It's just like, what is this about?
Yeah, exactly. You're just trying to get underneath to like, what's the root
where's
cause?
This coming from?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So then I could see the triggers, but I have the trigger right away. If a dude ever tries to approach me, I'm just like, oh, cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I did have one guy recently. I don't know. I don't remember his name. I was at a show and he was like, "You're amazing," and I could tell he was like, what are you doing after this?" And I was just like, "I'm going home."
Sure.
Yeah. I didn't even explore.
You didn't want to. Yeah. Well, and it's from that fear of being hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's tiring. I don't have time. Do you know what I mean? It's not like time of dating. I don't have time to deal with the pain.
Sure. Yeah. No, but I think like emotionally that makes sense, right? From how you're thinking about it, which is that like I'm already dealing with so much shit. Why do I want to risk this?
I'm going to risk this, and then I'm going to have even more. And then like, you know, like I will get to a point where it's like, I can, you know, it'll be fine. I'll come back. Right now, it's like, because the last time I had an attraction for someone, it blew back up in my face so hard that I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, you can't do it.
I can't do it
right
again.
now.
I can't do it right now. Yeah. Can't do it. So it's like, so for me, it's almost like if I'm really mean to someone, it's because I'm trying to protect them in a way.
Oh,
in a sick way.
That's really sick.
Yeah. I'm kind of yelling at them, be like, get away from me before I really hurt you.
It's like in those 80s movies where it's like,
what
are we with the dog?
Here,
get out of here. You don't think
you don't nothing to me. And I'm like crying. Like,
exactly.
You don't need anything. I hated you ever. You know what? Your skin's blotchy. You know what I mean? Like, I just think like, and I don't want to tell. So it's like I block them. I don't see them. It's like I'm trying to protect you because I will say shit that I don't want to. I don't want to tell you. I don't want you to know these things.
It's
So it's it's that sick thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's
you know?
And no, I and imagine, right?
Yeah.
Trying to find all of that based on a dating profile. Right? Which is
like,
why,
oh, okay,
you know what I mean?
Hike, great.
Well, that's why it pisses me off, really, because the more I think about this, right? And I'm very lucky. I met my fiance in real life, which is like I'm very lucky.
I find
in that
to
sense.
be, and also I do talk about like pheromones and things. That's a real thing for me.
You need to, because you could meet in person and there's nothing.
And there's nothing. Yeah. And it's like, what are we doing?
Can I tell you? And I probably shouldn't be talking about this on the podcast, but my older brother. This will maybe be funny to look back later, but he's been talking to this guy in Brazil for a year, and they're meeting for the first time next month.
That's so much. Well, you know what though? That's kind of hot too, because then also for a year.
That's what it is.
Like, and that's like writing a letter back in the day.
Yes.
Right, and it's like, you know, and then you finally get to meet.
And they like FaceTime all the time. And he says he's like crying on the phone with him at night, and they're staying on the phone. He's met my mom over FaceTime.
Right.
And he also said I was very handsome, which is okay. So that also, it's,
okay,
you know,
that
that's
wins.
fine.
Yeah.
So, but he like, they're going to meet for the first time next month, but it's like, there's a possibility. I'm not saying I'm rooting for this to happen. I want my brother to be happy, and I hope it works out. But it's like
the ick
that as soon as you meet him.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know.
I know. It's like, seriously, for me, for real. Because like, I mean, I've been attracted to dudes before that I was like, how am I attracted to this person? I never thought this would be my style.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just a pheromone thing.
That's what it, And
it's always a pheromone thing for me. So when I do get them, though, laser. So I'll be real with you. If that guy who asked me for a drink, if the pheromone was kicking in, I'd probably be like, let's go for a drink. But it just wasn't there. I'm not open to be like, oh, let's go explore. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'll go explore, you know, Jackson Heights for food. I'm not going to explore like, you know,
like a romantic
thing.
Yeah.
That's just too much of an investment.
You have to also be open to that. Otherwise, there's no shot it'll work. So it's not like, you know, like I remember I was in a very specific place in my life when I met Taylor.
Right.
Like I told myself, I was like, I'm looking for this and I'm ready for it. Where in a year prior I wasn't.
Right.
I just wanted to like hook up and do my own thing.
Right.
So it's like and you can't force yourself to be in that place.
No.
You have to come to it into your own.
Yeah, I can't. And I mean, I tried the volatile shit for a minute there. I was like, oh, I'll go do the whore thing. And that was just not fun.
And it's hard because you get a lot of validation from it, right?
Yeah, I didn't even get validation from
really?
it. I got I found it absurdly hysterical. It's almost like I did it for the bit.
Oh, really?
Like I didn't I never, you know what I mean?
More for the experience?
Yeah, experience, and also like, all right, cool. If this does work out, maybe I'll just have a fuck buddy for a while.
Okay.
And I could try that out for a little bit.
Sure.
And see if I could do that. I was kind of testing those waters out.
That makes sense.
But I did it with one dude, and I was like, you know what? I don't like this because also I don't like, you're not getting la creme people that are doing this.
Yeah.
It's like, they're either like, they got it, maybe they're married and they don't like, there was dudes on there when I was trying to explore it that they're married and they're just cheating on their wives.
Which is insane to me
and
that
they
you'd
just
be
want to
married.
meet like right near the, like they want to meet right near Penn Station so they can do it and then go back to the suburb. And then I'm just like, and I was just like, ugh, like,
it's
you're going in, you're making a choice. You know what I mean? Now this is a moral thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm enabling the behavior.
Yeah, I would never, and this is maybe controversial, I would never put it on that other person though, because if they're not going to hook up with you, they're going to find someone else to hook up with
completely
anyway.
100%.
Yeah.
But I just was like, I'm not getting involved.
No,
in that.
and also it's like, why would you want to? Maybe some people, but I identify with you in this way, where it's like,
I feel like for me to get off, there has to be some form of respect.
Yeah.
And there's no respectability when there's that.
No, of course.
I mean, I get it. We're both here for a reason.
Yeah. And some people like that.
They're being honest. So I get that. But yeah. And I was like, okay, well, this isn't me either. And then, like I say, I'm more open than I have been in the last 4 years maybe.
Okay.
But I'm also not completely there yet. Like I'd hope I meet them yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And it takes so fucking long. Like,
it does. And I'm kind of like,
I'm
not, since I'm at the age of like, well, I'm not gonna have a kid.
Yeah, but also, why would you want to have a kid today? I'm sorry.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not even upset about it.
No, not to, I know.
Yeah,
friends,
but I'm not even
whatever.
upset about it. I never, you know what I mean? I don't like, I love kids so much that I'm not going to have one. I'm good again. I'm saving.
Honestly, one of my favorite lines anyone has said on this podcast.
I know. I love them so much. I'm not gonna.
Why would you want to fuck them up?
Why would I want to birth one and bring you to the world? What a fucking assholes that do that, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is beauty, but like, I don't know. I am one of those.
Yeah,
it's like, why? And also, I have no money. You know what I mean? It's just like all those things, and I'm not able to adjust with the AI shit and the,
that's what terrifies me the most, because now you're going to raise the next generation of kids.
Right.
They're not going to read. Like,
they're
you know what I mean?
They don't read now.
That's like a basic thing I did growing up, which I read books.
Right. They don't read. They don't listen to a full album. They don't I mean, I think, I don't know. I think in some ways things do come back because things do go in cycles.
Sure.
So, like I heard smoking's coming back. So
is it really?
Yeah, I heard cigarettes are
like
coming
cigarettes?
back.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
cigarettes are coming back. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess people are sick of Juuls and stuff. And
yeah,
vapes,
I guess so. They're like, fuck you, we want the real shit, and even though that's chemically induced too, because everything's touched. But yeah, so I'm at the level of like I never was rushing to find someone so I can get preggers and move to Connecticut. I never had that in me.
I agree. Yeah.
Also, I'm kind of selfish to the point where like I work on my art. Like I want to act in movies. Like I would like to,
Yeah.
I really would love to, I would love to be in a Scorsese movie before he goes.
Yeah.
I would love. That would be sick.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to do that.
Well, and I think you said it, which is that like I think to be a parent, you have to have it in you.
You have to have it in you, and it's a full time. I mean, they say it's a full time job, but I feel like it's more even a full time job now than it has ever been.
And more.
Because things are so much more expensive. Even doing, and everything is so fucking annoying because everything's like, even if you sign your kid up for a sport, it's like now it's like, are they having fun? Or are you trying to make the nest messy? You know what I mean? Like, it's like I feel like everything now is like, you know, like you got to get into it. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I hope kids are having fun. I think you know,
I think it's what you said before, right? It's like things tend to swing back and whatever. And,
yeah.
And like whatever generation is going to adapt to whatever they're doing, because like that's going to be the only thing they know.
Right.
But the one thing I worry now, especially is like with AI, is that there's going to be like so much atrophy with like mental development or like creating or doing whatever.
You're fucking with the wires at a early age.
Yeah,
I know. That's why it's like I mean, our government, like other countries are starting to take steps into, you know, copyright infringement of not taking someone's, you know what I mean? They're starting to do it. I think in Illinois they just passed a bill. They just signed something where you can't get therapy from ChatGPT.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think if I read that right. So we need some form of something, because I just see like kind of like people now are like, you know what I mean? Like they don't like, they're not living. And you know,
and I think
seeing an AI of the Sistine Chapel is not you going into the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's
like
it's a different. Said. You know, it's like you gotta smell. You know what I mean? The five senses. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, and I think that's why partially stand-up comedy is like exploding right now, because people want, I think, to be in those live environments, right? They want to be out with other people.
Yeah, but I feel like they want only certain ones.
Yes, that's also true. Thank you for
They want to go, and they want to like. I mean, I don't want to generalize, and I don't know it enough, and I'm not that experienced as a comic to travel. Like I mean, I've been to Ireland. I've been to certain places, so I don't want to. But I have to say, I feel like some comedy. Like, I'll be real, I've enjoyed going to, like, early on, like, I was like, fuck Brooklyn. And now I like going to Brooklyn because there are just a lot more intelligent people at those shows.
Sure, yeah.
So I don't have to do a lot of exposition.
Yeah.
They kind of get it right away.
They're, like, with you, yeah.
You know? And then sometimes at the clubs, I noticed lately, it's like, I got to do a lot more, like, you know.
How so? Like giving them the background about the setup
kind
and
of.
stuff?
Like, I have a joke about Peter Thiel, and a lot of people don't know who Peter Thiel is.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
They don't know. But I do it in Brooklyn. They're like, that motherfucker.
They're, like, with you. Yeah. Yeah, Brooklyn's interesting because it's like...
Because I used to hate Brooklyn. Because I was like, because that girls era...
Sure.
You know, the stupid bitch era. It's like, you know what I mean? That just wasn't, you know, oh, you're all entitled. Like you're all entitled kids. Like, why do I never... You moved here. You didn't act like, what, you're a writer? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. You're not interesting to me. You know what I mean? So I just never liked, and then I just didn't like that vibe as much. I thought it was stuck up.
I see that.
It was very stuck up.
I do.
But now I don't know. I feel like it's kind of softened a little bit. People have gotten a harder edge. I guess a lot of the gentrifiers that moved there kind of got hard.
Yeah.
So they kind of like, and they've been in the workforce a lot, and there's cool bars there too. So there's a lot of things like I would never live there. But I've enjoyed lately going to perform there. Yeah. They just seemed a lot. And then it's just the noticing of different people, you know?
Yes.
And then sometimes, you know, certain clubs, it's like about them being hot and about being, you know, cool and watching the big guy, not really going to, like, you know, watch stand-up comedy.
Yes.
You know?
I totally... Yeah.
And the crowd work shit. I think a lot of people want to be like, I noticed that too. It's like sometimes you send people like, you can make fun of me. And I'm like, if you say that, I want you in the back. Like, that is, I don't want you in the front.
Yeah.
You are the worst.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and it's
so
like...
it's that kind of thing.
Because now, the thing with the crowd work becoming so prolific now is that they think they're part of the show. Yeah. And it's like, you are not the star
You're not
right
the star.
now.
I'm trying to explore ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? This is not like, you know, I don't care. Or like, you know, people go there, you know, it's just that kind of a thing.
I saw Gary Goldman a few years ago, and I loved what he did because there was a guy just like that in the front row. And he literally stopped the show, and he goes... have you been with my material for 3 weeks trying to perfect this? And he was like, what do you mean? He's like, I've been working to like entertain these other people, like ripped him for it.
Yeah.
Because again, because stand-up is about exploring those different ideas. Like,
Right,
and it's,
right. And I noticed too, when you start ripping, people love that too.
Yeah, and that,
They do love that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, be like, oh, yeah,
ripping
really?
that person.
Yeah.
You mean.
They're
Yes,
like, oh, why don't you
100%.
shut the fuck up? And then everyone's like, yay.
Well, because most of the people are
Yeah.
A lot of times going to be on the comedian side for that
Right.
stuff.
Yeah. So, you know, but I have to say, I mean, comedy's, I don't know. People say it's exploding, but also at the same time, I don't think, like, the economy's tough. Shit's expensive.
Yeah.
So it's like, and especially it's like, you know, there's not that much showcase clubs around the country, and there's not that much like, unless like, and I know for me, it's like, it used to be like when you go, they'd have smaller rooms, you'd go to the club. I've heard that, and if you didn't sell it out, they're like, all right, you're just still growing.
Yeah.
They don't have time for that now. It's like, if you can't sell out the room, we're done.
They don't even want you.
So it's like, they don't even want you. So it's like, and they look at your followers and all that shit, even though half the time I've noticed too, certain comics, good for them, they can translate it, but a lot of comics can't translate that amount of people to buy tickets.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to also be very aware of when you're getting your following that you're going to be able to be like, hey,
you got to be able
I'm
to
a stand-up
deliver.
comic, come to shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come see me live.
Yeah.
So with that, it's like, you know, for people like me, I don't, it's different than me. Like get ready for the special, I did the best I could with the resources that I had.
In other words, to get tickets in the room or to sell?
No, to be able to run, you know, I did 45, but be able to run that length, you know, in its entirety, you know, I had to like, thank God for, you know, Next Stop Comedy, you know, that for the brewery shows that they do.
And then you ran the material there.
Yeah, they booked me a lot. They helped me out a lot. That was a big.
That's the thing.
And then
now
also like the main rooms that I knew.
Yeah.
You know, from doing that before, New Hampshire, you know, Ruby Room, they were great. You know what I mean? Like, and Don't Tells around the country, they were able to be like, we could push you to 40 depending. You know,
nice. Okay,
so they were very helpful.
Yeah.
Then Pittsburgh, going to places like that. That's how I was able to piece it together in that regard.
Yeah.
If I didn't have those rooms, I would have been not entirely fucked, but doing 2020 and trying to piece it together.
Yeah. No, because it's a different. You have to see how it all fits together.
Yeah, you got to flow. And I wish I had more time to flow it together. I don't think it's like perfect, but that's why I did it at a bar.
It's never going to be perfect.
That's another thing too. I've tried to learn. My best friend always tell me is like, you know, you don't let perfection get into the way of just creating
of great.
Yeah,
don't
of great.
let it, and it was great. I was there.
Oh,
so
thanks. So, but you know what I mean. So you know.
Do you have a date for the special yet?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
No worries. We're gonna plug it when it comes out.
I'm awful with shit like that because I'm not like. I don't know because I don't like. I'm not. I guess I'm not very good at knowing when. I can't put a timestamp on shit.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I know I have this, and I'm still figuring out the music for it and all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of. I approach this shit like I'm making a movie.
Right, but as you should, right?
Yeah.
Because it's your, especially now,
right?
Which is why I think that's why I was so happy when you were putting the special together, is because I think that's how people are going to find you is from this. So you should take your fucking time with it.
It is my calling card.
Yeah, and it's your first. It's a lot of people. It's going to be. It's
probably going to be 30 by the time we cut it down because there's no more Comedy Central Presents.
Sure.
So I was like, all right, well, I'll just if I can make a strong 30.
Yeah.
I'll be my 30, thing, and then clip it up and put it on YouTube, and
that's great. And people can go to the main thing and find you
and find it and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's and I also I don't like. I mean, I've done a few of them. I don't like going on Instagram and just doing blah 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 blah. Blah. I don't really like those
face to camera things. It's,
I don't find them artistically thrilling or motivating.
Can I tell you, I agree with you. Yeah, I still do them because I promised myself. I said, you know what? This is just going to be a joke journal.
Right.
And to me, I'm not saying this is how everybody approaches it.
Right.
To me, eventually that is a tool to get people to the show I want them to come see.
Right.
It's just a way for people to get to know my voice and style.
Right.
I don't view it as artistically significant in the work that I do.
Right.
Personally.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So I think I do in the same way. Well, I'll do a rant. I'm also practicing a lot because I am trying to create something that I'm going to shoot, which involves me with ranting and a drummer. So I'm just
Oh,
trying
cool.
to figure
That's
out
cool.
the rhythm of it.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
using it for that purpose.
Okay.
So I'm trying to use it for a purpose. I'm trying to be very, I guess, methodical, or there's a reason or a purpose,
Yeah.
mindfulness, I guess it is.
Yeah,
I guess.
absolutely. Sure.
So I'm just trying to do that with it instead of just the garbage that's on there, because I just feel like there's so much garbage on there.
Yeah, there's
so much garbage on there.
It's just, and talk about the stand-up, some of the stand-up you see on there as well.
Yeah.
It's just
And it's fine too. It's like, it's kind of like how I always saw like Britney Spears. It's like, I'm glad, Britney, you're there so you can take those chicks and they can go to you.
well, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't come to my shows.
Yes. No, but
Not
that's
I'm just saying in concerts. Like when I
Yeah.
was younger, I was like, all right, she's around,
Yeah.
cool. Let the chicks go to that.
right.
I'll go to my show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's money to be made for everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if that's, you're calling and you're making money on doing whatever the fuck, that's great.
Sure.
Good for you.
And you know what?
Those are not necessarily my audiences anyway.
No, I completely agree. And I've always said, and I've said on this podcast before, we need all of it.
We need all of it.
And
We
you know
need all of
what,
it.
Jess? I think some people that maybe go see Britney, maybe 4 years down the road, their palate becomes more refined. Because that's maybe their entryway in, and then
Right.
because you can like both. I'm a sucker for
Are you?
basic stuff. Some stuff like
I think my sucker for basicness stopped when I was like, what it is? Like I had, when I was young, we had Debbie Gibson when I was like 7 or 6. So that's what I was like into.
okay.
And then like, I kind of just like, it's so funny because I went to high school I didn't even know, with chicks that liked Britney Spears. And I didn't know that. I thought Britney Spears were for babies. I was like,
Oh, funny.
you know what I mean? And I didn't know there was 18-year-old girls my age that are like fucked with Britney. And I
Yeah.
was like, because I went through that era. Like I went through the New Kids on the Block era when I was younger.
Yeah.
I saw New Kids on the Block in Atlantic City when I was like 9. Like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I went through that era. So then I was more into, I was doing drugs. I was smoking weed. I was, taking acid. I was like, doing that kind of shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was reading and I was doing this. So I got into more like jazz and hip hop
Sure.
and all that stuff. So I never I never hung out with people that like that shit. So I just thought, it was for kids until I got older. And now I feel like we're constantly stuck in a 14-year-old girl's bedroom.
Well, like talk about like Arrested Development and stuff. I think it's
I think we're stuck.
A lot of people don't evolve.
They don't evolve.
We have to remember
that's another
that.
thing I've had to learn, and I've learned this through therapy too. And my best friend always tells me, he's like, you got to remember, not many people want to self-actualize. Like they don't want to.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I get it too. If you're raising kids and you just live in the suburbs and you're like, I go to work, I come home, I just want to do this and then do it and wake up and this is my world and that's it. It's the people that go to therapy and don't do the work that annoy me.
The people that go to, like, in other words, they're going to therapy, but they're not.
But they're
working.
not. They're not getting any better. You know what I mean? They're not doing. You gotta face your shit.
Yeah, you have to.
You gotta face your shit.
Yeah,
you gotta be honest.
Which is hard for a lot of people.
Which is hard.
because we talked about forming narratives. Because then it changes your narrative of what's happening.
Right.
And a lot of people can't handle that because of the world they've constructed and the way they've lived their lives.
Right.
Because it means, fuck, I lived my life the wrong way.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I've had those moments too. It's like, man, maybe was I the bad guy here? Was I the bad guy?
100%.
But I think you also have to learn through this process that there's no bad or evil. There's no good or evil.
Yes.
It's just, it is.
Yes.
And there's no judgment about it. It's just everyone is doing the best they can for the most part at the level that we are.
I beautifully put, because I look back on a lot. I'm not proud of a lot of things I've done, right? So it's like, but looking back, it's like, well, what's the best way I can do now is just be kind to people and try and work on that stuff. And
Well,
also,
I'm trying to do the be kind to myself thing so that I can
it's
be kind
hard
to others.
because we've never lived in a culture where that was
acceptable.
Yeah. Because
never.
Yeah. Because,
no. Oh, is that a smile I see over there? Let me destroy that.
Let me fix that for you.
Yeah. Oh, you feel good about yourself? What the fuck are you?
You ever feel? I was in a good mood today and I felt guilty. I was like, no, there's something. And you know what? My brain found a way to bring me down. So I had to come back and be like, no, I'm allowed to feel good today.
I do sometimes. There's two sides to me, especially lately. As of lately, I feel that it's like, okay, because remember, I'm now in a different part of the process of this now, where it's like I'll get to a certain mindset and I'll start doing no things. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I'll be like, all right, you know what? I'm aware of it, so then I stop. Before I would just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
If it was eating or whatever. Now I'm more like, I'm again mindful. I'm slowing. It's a slowing down, the triggering thing. I'm also getting better at like not having this anxiety about shit where if I'm in a bad mood and I'm at work and I say something that's maybe a little I'm not like now fixated on that, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, you know what, it is what it is.
Right. And you never know how that other person might have interpreted it.
Yeah, that,
Right,
no,
yeah.
no, I was a bitch today.
Oh, no.
But again, I don't care.
I agree. It's just,
I don't.
Yeah. You have to be very careful about what you're putting your energy into.
It is. And I know I think I kind of, I probably do cut my nose off to spite my face in a lot of ways. I don't think enough right now where I'm at career-wise, but I'm always thinking about the next thing where if I get to that level, what decision would I make? You know what I mean? Because there's like certain, I just know how business is done and the politics of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know when I get a manager and all that, I'm going to get my own accountant and I'm going to audit my accountant.
Yeah.
I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
going to be,
so
I'm going to be very
Yeah.
hands-on in a way.
Which, I mean, you have to be because at
Right.
this point you've been very hands-on. I'm the same way.
I've come to realize that I've lived a very autonomous, independent, I will do it way.
Mm-hmm.
And with doing that comes a rigidness and I guess a bullheadedness and a very like that's it, we're done, kind of like, you know, all those things. It's like there's a good and quality, a bad quality to it. Did it ever, like, I never had this fearless thing. That's why I've always had a long time, like, really hard time connecting with chicks, because it's like I never had that victim mentality. I never had that, like, scared mentality where, oh my God, like my dad taught me how to parallel park in the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like with cars honking me in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I never, which is why I appreciate him at the same time, but he did make me hard.
Yeah. And
And that's where I'm like, I'm trying to be like, I don't understand. Like, I think I'm vulnerable on stage all the time, but people sometimes be like, you should be more vulnerable up there. And I'm like, I am vulnerable. I just gave my heart out to you. What do you mean vulnerable? Like, what do you mean by that? I'm trying to understand what that means for me.
Yeah. But, I struggle with that definition because vulnerability isn't always talking quietly into a microphone.
That's what I feel like people constantly think. It's like, I'm going to sit there and it's like, when I was younger. It's like, it's not, I don't, my brain doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's ranty and it's like, like it comes from a place of like, pouring out. But I'm saying shit that's like, vulnerable. You know what I mean? I've had to like make peace with a lot of shit that I say on there so I could say it funny.
The only reason I can come up with why they might say that is because you are so you own the stage and you're so confident in how you in your delivery and powerful in it that I think maybe the audience doesn't, or maybe whoever gave you this note is like maybe they're like, this isn't hard for you to express, if that makes sense.
Oh, right.
That's the only way I can
maybe that.
think
Also,
that.
maybe I sometimes been thinking about this too. It's that it's like, maybe you're a pussy.
Jess Levin, can you?
Don't like, you know what I mean? Don't project, because I scare you. That's the other thing I can't stand about dudes. It's like, you can be mean, and I'm like, how am I being mean? Like, as I'm being truthful, if I'm being like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know you're wrong. If I was in a bad way and I was drinking, sometimes that could come out really, especially if I was dealing with. I had a very hard time too. Sometimes within the moment, if something hurt me, I can't deal with it at that time because it's not a good time in general because it's in whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I need to process it in order to articulate it in a very well collective manner instead of me.
Yeah.
Again, saying hurtful shit.
Sure.
So again, that thing comes up where it's like, maybe I'm mean to protect you in the sense of get the fuck away from me before I say something really. You think this is me now? I can get
right.
I can go for the moment.
Yeah. Which I mean. Talk about like some people don't even get to that level of awareness. Right. So it's like
so there's tiers to this. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of dudes find me like aggressive and very like I have it all figured out or something, and it's like it's just because I don't know. I guess I don't understand. I guess I don't get men as I get older. I don't get men I thought I did, but I don't.
Men don't get men. So
I
that
don't
makes
get.
you feel better.
People in general, I guess maybe too.
Yeah.
I just don't understand, and I guess it's also them trying to figure out where they are, like in the role of it all. But I've also learned that insecurity is the devil, and if you let that override you,
Yeah.
I think that is. I mean, Trump's insecure. That's why
Oh
he's
my
the way
God.
he's so
It's-
insecure.
Yeah.
He's still upset about the goddamn when they used to do the journalism dinner, the correspondence dinner.
Yeah, he doesn't go.
Obama
right?
busted his
yeah.
balls like 12, 20 years ago, and he's still upset about it. It's like, it's talk about insecurity, and I've been really working on that hardcore because I just don't. I don't hold grudges in the sense it's like I don't hold grudges where it's like I'm gonna make your life like I'm gonna follow you and burn your car to the ground. I just can't fuck with you anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that's just it. And
Yeah.
hopefully one day we can, but not
No, it's like not right now.
Not
'cause
right
you
now.
can't- Yeah.
and not right now. But it's just like so insecurity in that regard. And I find a lot of dudes insecure.
That yes, and like
Also, I'm not hot. You know what I mean? And
No.
that has a lot to do with it. It is. I think a lot of dudes want a hot person on them. Like, I think they find, this is where insecurity comes in, who they can get as their value as a person.
Yes. No, you are 100% right. That is yes. They view it as a reflection of themselves. Yes.
So if they can't get that hot,
right.
physically attractive,
Yeah.
in shape person
Yeah.
on their arm, they're like, what the...
Right, because
Like, who am I?
Yeah, it's so true because I'm just
and
trying
women
to
are about money. Don't get me wrong. There's
No,
no
it's-
superficial.
yeah,
it just translates differently.
Yes, and that's
so
yeah.
I'm only talking about because I'm attracted to the men.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And- yeah.
So that's just what I've learned.
Yeah.
Is that and also I'm insecure about my weight. So then you have that insecurity with my insecurity, and I'm like, oh, and I start talking in dude.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't worry, guy. I know you're not going to date me. So I talk to them in dude form. So I know they know that it's like, don't worry. I know you don't want to fuck me or date me.
Right.
Like when a dude starts saying your last name, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? That's
Like
what
they call you Levin.
They're like, all right, Levin, and you're
All
like,
right,
oh
yeah.
fuck, all right, we're done. That was a good time. Called me Jess for 2 weeks. That was good.
Do you do that on stage?
No.
Oh, I like that. That's funny. I like that a lot. It's game over.
It's game over, dude. It's like Levin. It's like, fuck.
I
No.
appreciate you saying the thing because look, I don't think men are doing too great right now, and maybe that's
no,
controversial
and also I don't want
to
to
say.
I don't like being like, I hate that men are for fucking Mars and women Venus bullshit. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't like that 70s like men nah, meh, meh, and women nah, nah, nah. I think
Yeah.
it's again, I've been very unhealthy, so the people that I've been attracted to have been unhealthy. So it's like
Yeah.
and just whatever. So I take full, but I just notice as maybe also too, I think I have to date older men or maybe look for that more because it's just I just want someone that's more I need someone grounded. Like I
Yeah.
do want I would love to like maybe an accountant, like a grounded human.
Yeah,
just a
someone,
grounded human
yeah.
that has his own life. You know what I mean? And not and at this point we're just trying to share time when we have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear you, and I think it's like, I mean, what I think, I just don't know how much men are maturing right now, and I think that's part of the problem.
And that's a lot of the problem. I think, between porn, Andrew Tate,
Yeah.
UFC, the Rogan shit, you know what I mean? And then, the other side of that is the Mark Maron. It's like, I don't think men know, there's no, and if they don't have a person in a male figure in their life, they're
Yes.
kind of wandering on a ship with no captain on it.
Well, and that's what it is. And then, I don't identify, as my masculinity in those areas. However, that does lead to a lot of women thinking I'm gay. Not that there's
Yes.
anything wrong with that.
No,
The classic Seinfeld thing. Not that there's anything wrong with it. But
Yeah.
it's like, there is that balance of
Correct.
like, it's, well, how do you strike it in the middle? And it's hard.
Yeah,
A lot
and
of
like
people
me,
can't
I think
lane
a lot
that.
of people are like, oh, you're not a lesbian. It's like,
Yes.
no, I'm not a lesbian.
Right. That's 100. Look at
Right.
us. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Right.
Mirror images
Mirror
almost.
image,
I love it.
exactly. It's like, just because I could tell you, who won the Rose Bowl in 1995.
Right, doesn't mean
It doesn't mean that, you know what I mean? I just
I mean, I don't like flowers every once in a while.
yeah,
or something.
exactly.
No,
I still
hear
love
you.
flowers. I love
Yeah.
flowers.
It's an easy thing to
you know what I
make
mean?
Taylor happy on the way home. I'll just pick some up.
dude,
I haven't in a
love
while,
flowers.
but yeah.
I love
They're
flowers.
just a nice way to spruce up the apartment. She's
Yeah,
got
most
me
definitely.
around on plants.
Yeah.
I will say.
I love that stuff.
It's yeah.
But yeah, so I hear you on that. So it's like, I guess there's that, you know, that is happening too.
Yeah, and it's I think because of all the reasons you said, I think it's becoming very difficult for men to kind of let go of those, because it's all that primal stuff, right? It's like
Yeah,
the Rogan's all, you know, Joe Rogan's all about like fighting and hunting and like that
all
kind
that
of thing.
stuff. And it's like, listen, if you're into that, that's great.
Yeah,
But it's
exactly.
like,
But it's
it doesn't, like, it's not one size fits all.
exactly, and that shouldn't take away from, you know, an emotional understanding
also,
of yourself.
what happened to
yeah.
self-discovery?
Yeah.
Like, people, like, it took a long time for me to, like, unlayer it. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
went grunge, you know, when you're younger, you're kind of fucking fitting
Sure.
in. But I feel like people are not, like there's no movements anymore, like art movements or music
Mhm.
movements or movements. So it's like there's no, like, cultural, like in the 90s we had, like, basically the neo fucking metal fucked everything up. Like that's another thing too. I never liked Limp Bizkit in high school. I hated them. I hated
Mhm.
Fred Durst. I hated that stupid. It wasn't good music. Like, I'm not gonna say like my era had fantastic. Like the day Britney Spears went into a gymnasium to do that stupid music video, it was the day that music kind of died for me, because
Yeah.
for like a couple years before that, we had Nirvana in a gymnasium that was
Yeah.
doing their, you know, Teen Spirit shit, and it was anti-establishment. It was and then the Britney thing and the Fred Durst, and even Eminem was part of that for a while. I hated Eminem when he first came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
couldn't stand. My name is what? Like, shut up.
Yeah.
You're part of the problem. You're hanging out with Fred Durst and all those tools. Like, I hated all that. I
Yeah.
hated Christina Aguilera, all that shit. I was like, this is fake bubblegum bullshit.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we had an independent, you know, we had Vampire Weekend, and we had for a minute the, you know, Karen O and the Yeah Yeahs and
Yeah.
all those guys. So we had and we still had music venues too. I mean, we still had the Wetlands, and you had clubbing was big then too, the Tunnel, and you had all this, you know, kind of vibe to it. Like, I used to get when I was in college, I'd get the Village Voice, and I'd get to the back of the page and be like, who's playing where? Like, you'd pay $10 and you just go see some music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was more of a thing then, you know? Now there's not that happening. There's no culture. There's no, because to have create a movement and a culture, it has to, it always comes from the underground, man.
Yeah.
So it has to, like, you know, you're going to a show, you're meeting friends, you're doing this shit, and you're creating a vibe, you're creating a, like, what to wear. You know what I mean? It's like a
Yeah.
thing. And I don't think kids do that now.
Well, I wonder too
Because
if
it's not their fault. I just don't think there's an environment that creates that kind of now. Tickets are high. Live Nation owns what happened is Capital
Yeah.
bought Live Nation owns everything now. So there's no, like, small CBGBs. I can't believe that's still, like, it's now a John Vivraros or store or some shit. It's just like there's no, like, the big fish has eaten all the small fish.
Yeah.
So it's incapable now to create anything of anything, because it's getting bought before it even has a time to flourish or even grow. And it's getting stunted.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, I think that big fish also owns the way all the small fish connect.
Yeah, they completely.
know?
They own. There's only 3 studios now.
Yeah.
Really, there's
Yeah.
Paramount. There's, you know, which owns a bunch of shit,
Right.
and then, you know, and then there's, you know, Peacock. They own a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Netflix finally admitted and coughed up that they're a fucking studio. That took forever for them to fucking admit that. And then, but yeah, we're an oligarch. You know what I mean? We are. It's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, everything is owned by everything now.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no more boutique novelty thing now. You know,
And it's not, and I think we'll get back to a place where maybe it's cool, or, you know, to go back to that, but
right? Maybe.
it's just not, I don't think that's cool to be into that kind of thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think, like,
I think a lot of people just feel it's cool to be with what's trending and what's going on.
yeah, like, even, but yeah, because again, you have a forum that celebrates that by gaining you attention if you use their trends and you say the trendy thing and you make a joke about the trendy thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you talk
Right.
about Labubu's all the time, they're like, oh, we're going to spit this out because that's what everyone's talking about
Yeah,
now.
exactly,
So everyone's
yeah.
doing a Labubu joke right now.
Right,
So
right.
everyone's living in this vortex of just this one wall and not being like, all right, who invented the Labubu? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where does
Yeah.
this stem from? You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no, like, you know, my buddy just sent me this. It's like everything's a meme. Everything's a meme now.
Yeah.
It's like, and the meme doesn't even mean anything anymore. It's just like, you got Kanye West on the head of a soccer ball. And it's like, oh, it's hysterical. There's no actual, there's no actual voice to it. There's no, you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you saying with this?
Right.
And it's like, I'm not saying everything has to be so goddamn heavy, but at the same time, I mean, shit, isn't art about communicating something?
Yeah, yeah, and revealing something about
even
yourself.
If it's like the the weirdos of back in the day, I'm getting more into Heidegger as I get older, because I know it was Tim Heidegger.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And his weirdness, but still there was something to be said. It came from somewhere, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Scoville, same way. He does
Scoville.
says weird shit, but it also comes. He's silly, but it comes from somewhere. It's still saying something. You know what I mean? I just think people have lost that nuance. Nuance is gone.
Yeah.
And that comes from reading and understanding that things are like the full rainbow of things.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to learn that way too. I'm kind of like, whenever I get pissed lately at the world and people, and I do try to be like, all right, well, what am I lacking in that I'm unable to communicate what I'm trying to say? I notice that when I get angry about things and words start escaping me, I am trying to learn more, I guess, emotions. I have a bit about it though. I feel like the English language is so limiting. With some words, we're so limiting with words. Like love means like I love this coffee to I love you. It's like the same fucking word.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
it should be a different word. Man. I mean, the Germans. I used to have a bit about the Germans, the Arabs. Everyone has. They have this. There's tons of words that cannot be translated into the English language because we just don't have it.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, I feel very limited sometimes with the vocabulary.
That's so interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
But that also could be my limited vocabulary too.
But there's I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's totally valid because that's also I love that joke. That's really funny.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck? You love the coffee and you love me? It's the same word.
It's like this coffee is $2.
It's $2. Yeah, exactly. It's like you love, you know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, I think the Portuguese has like saudade. It's like a love of, and it's nostalgic to the point of like that love will never be reincarnated. Like, I forget what it is, but it's like such a deep, profound love that we don't fucking have in our stupid Starbucks brains.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I just don't think it's getting better.
I don't know.
I don't mean to be cynic.
I go back and forth with it a lot.
Too.
I go back and forth with a lot. I have to say, when I went to Ireland, that was amazing because I would just be hanging out and people didn't have other phones out. And they're just like in their country, they're very much like in Europe in general, the arts are much more appreciated.
Yeah.
There, like in France, fashion's appreciated there.
Right.
You know what I mean? In Italy, wine is like, it's all state. Like the country is like, this is what, which is funny, which is what idiot Donald is like Americanism. It's like, bro, you are cutting all the, we have Moby Dick, that was written by an American author.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but it derives from immigrants. You know what I'm saying? It's like Eugene O'Neill, like he was our first like actual major playwright. And it's like, you're cutting all this funding that would create the argument that you're trying to make, which is bullshit anyway, because we all know it's used to profiteer off of something else. But the two I've always been jaded with when it comes to politics. And that's nothing. That's also been made me, and I think that's also hurt me too. Where it's like, again, when a guy's coming up to me to be like, "Hey, can I sell you something?" Instead of me being like, "No, thank you," I'm like, "Fuck off."
Yeah, I know.
I could have just been like, "No, thank you," and kept on moving. I was just said, "No, I don't."
Yeah,
and I put that energy out, which made him say, "Boss lady." So I very much am aware that I opened the door for him to be a dick because I was being a dick.
Yeah, but
again, that's New. I don't know. I like that New York energy sometimes.
It is New York. Well, yeah,
it's fun. Just, like, fuck you, no, fuck you.
Right.
All right, we'll keep on moving.
And it doesn't. And it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it's just that's how it goes.
I used to fight with people all the time.
Well, my favorite example.
Down.
My favorite example of that is that like you ever seen like an asshole like trying to like keep the doors open on the subway?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Try and pack
the
train,
yeah.
and everybody in the train hates him, and then he finally makes it in, and everybody gives him an applause break. Like it's like
that kind of shit.
Like that.
That's a fantastic thing. Yeah, that thing. Or again, if you're watching this, if it's a crowded subway and you have your book bag on, you deserve to get punched in the face.
Yeah, that's
it's always been the first thing you did.
Legs,
I always took my book. Like, it's like, what are you doing? I remember this before COVID. I was going back. I was working on the last OG, and I was heading downtown. And this is peak Jessica drinking, peak Jessica just in a depressive state, deep bad. And there's a chick there, and she's like, blonde, probably listening to some Britney, like just poppy, you know, definitely grew up with a caboodle with a fucking pom-pom at the end of the pen energy. And I was just like standing there and she had a book bag. And I was like, if someone pushes me one more time, I said out loud, I'm just going to swear to God, I'm going to stab you with my paperclip. And this girl's like, excuse me, it's New York. Get used to people. And I just was like, excuse me, bitch? Oh, you want to go to New York? Get used to my fist in your fucking face. And like, she's like, no, we got it. And then we got into it. And then she fucking, it was on the 6 train. So I knew I could start shit on there in Midtown. I was like, who's going to, whatever.
Yeah, right. It's like,
this is safe. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Kimberly.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I've toned down with that though, thank God.
Well,
my buddy used to call me the asshole police. Like if I was a pregnant woman, like standing up and no one would get up, I was like, none of you motherfuckers are gonna get up right now.
But you need that.
I would do that.
Now
kind of
you do.
Like the injustice. Like if I see injustice, I feel like I always have to step in.
Yeah, which I don't know, man. I think you need that now because just
I don't know.
COVID,
on some levels, on some levels, but on some levels, it's like they're not gonna get it anyway.
Which is the sad thing.
Well, I don't know. It's like I have to conserve my energy.
Yeah, and
some people aren't worth it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean? And it's like, and also I'm getting very good at like, you know, if I'm, you know, it's like chess. It's like I make that move, then what happens with that? What's the next move?
Yeah.
You know, that's why again I'm trying to slow down my brain.
Yeah.
Because if I slow down my brain, then it's like, you know, it's like keeping the bullets away from the gun. You have that second time to put the bullet in. You're like, should I be doing this?
Right. It's like,
is this really worth it?
Yeah.
You know, so
I
kind of that. I need to do more of that, but I'm working on it.
Jess, we typically end with advice that you would get. I hope,
you're fine. Okay, I'm great. I'm just checking. I think my clock ran out, so I hope I didn't get a ticket.
Oh shit. No, I think you're good after. Oh, you're good after 9. Did you pay till 9?
No.
Oh no.
No, I paid 8:30.
We'll check your card.
Yeah.
You should be fine.
Yeah.
But we usually end on what advice would you give to someone like going through, you know, something similar that you had gone through, which I kind of liked. We talked a little bit about everything. We talked about like the depression, childhood and stuff you went to, childhood trauma you went through. This episode was really about kind of like finding yourself almost.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been very lucky. Like I have my best friend Dan I've known since high school.
Okay.
He moved there 2 years after I moved there. So we're kind of like the new, but he was from Erie, PA, so he was even more rural.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But he was fun because he was into punk shit. So it was kind of like he just didn't give a fuck. So I like, you know, and he dated at the time my best friend, and then we became good friends.
Oh.
So I've had my rock like through my whole life, and we've gone through a lot. So I'm happy that I've had that because interweaving, you know, we both have had dead parents. You know what I mean? There's been a lot that we've experienced together in life, and that's been very precious to me.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, you said advice. I guess I don't know. I guess I don't want to say tough time, but I would say if you are constantly going through the same shit, I guess, over and over again, even if it's different style, I'd say pay attention to the data. Like that's what I'm really like. I'm not saying you have to like, you don't dissect it all, but as a whole, when you see that you're having, look for patterns.
I love that.
Look for patterns.
Yeah.
Because if you find the patterns, you're like, okay, that gives you a starting point because the whole thing can be very overwhelming and you don't know where to begin. And the emotion of it all is totally overwhelming for you that you don't know, you know, what's up or down. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, you know, do the work even when you're not in the tough moments. So therefore, when the tough moments come, you're you know, it's like batting practice.
No,
it's a muscle.
I love that so much.
And so I don't know. There's a lot to say. I mean, there's no one all. I hate when people like, you know, there's no one all be all to anything for anybody.
Yeah.
I would say have a healthy outlet. Have hopefully a good friend. If you don't have, and really do. If you really want it, it's like alcoholics, you know what I mean? Or anyone that wants to get help. It's like you only can do it when you want to do it. And for me, everything that I've ever wanted, I guess that's what it is. Whenever I needed to get help, it was always because the current situation, I could no longer live that way.
Yeah.
That got so bad to the point that getting better was just the only avenue that I fucking had.
Yeah.
It can't get, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is it. This is the only thing I have. This has got to the point where this is so heavy. Like I remember I'd be walking around like when a heavy depression would hit, it would feel like, but I'm a sick fuck. I won't like, it's like my drinking and anything. I'm like a boxer. I won't go down.
Yeah.
I won't go down. My legs feel heavy. I feel awful, but it's like I'll push, and I might be honest with other people being like, I'm down, I'm low, but I'll just keep on.
Yeah.
I'll keep on going. So I guess with that being said, make sure you're honest with yourself.
Yeah, no, and that's beautiful too, because if you're paying attention to those patterns, hopefully it doesn't get to that place where it's the only avenue, because, unfortunately, some people can really hurt themselves in that way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it
there.
takes, my own family members, it takes countless rap sheets to, make a change. But that's why I say there's never, I've had a lot of rock bottoms. There hasn't been one particular rock bottom. There's like, oh, and then I saw the light. I might have another rock bottom. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not,
You have to
but the fact that I'm
yeah.
much more like I might have a rock bottom, it makes me feel better than
Right.
me back being like, that's it, I'm done. Because I used to do that. I used to be like, I'm done. I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm not drinking like this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm gonna get and I do that, then I get disappointed, and then I say fuck it, and then I go back to the old ways.
Right, and then it just
this
keeps,
is being much more like, I am gonna be mindful.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I might have another bad time, and
Yeah.
hopefully I won't get into too much trouble. But but luckily I've always put myself in a position where I can see the exit sign. So it's like I always make sure that I'm in a position where I'm not. This is not the final. I don't like the final.
Right, in the sense of, like,
I can't get out of it.
Yeah.
So even when I was in suicidal mode,
Mm-hmm.
there was always a point of me being like, I don't know what tomorrow is gonna bring.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Which
don't
is,
know.
Yeah.
Even if it's a fucking pinhole of a light, a sliver.
Yeah.
It's like I do
you
not.
You could find that and hold on
you
to
could,
that.
yeah, and you hold on to that until you get to a shore, and you're like, okay, now let me fucking figure this fucking out.
No, that's just, you've been so generous, and so this has been so beautiful throughout the podcast. Tell the people where they can find you.
Instagram, JLev Comedy, but I'm really trying to get my YouTube up. So if you could follow me on YouTube,
subscribe to our YouTube.
Subscribe to my YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube. I find YouTube to be a much more healthier place.
Yeah, and you know what? You can, especially for the amazing special that's going to come out.
Yeah, Jessica Levin. I think I'm JLev Comedy on YouTube too, but if you type in my name, I should pop up. But Jessica Levin, Levin.
And you put
Jessica.
You put club sets up there too, right?
I put shorts up there. I have to
great.
do longer sets more. I put a lot of shorts up there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna really put a lot of my energy into that, because I just don't find I don't find Instagram a healthy space.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
it's seriously, if you're hot, I mean, and I'm not faulting hot bitches. I mean, good for you. I mean, I'm kind of glad I'm not one, to be honest with you.
Sure.
I never wanted to be uber hot. I just want to lose weight. That's all I want. I think I'm an attractive person if the weight's gone. But yeah, it's just, I feel like Instagram's just a place of just, if you're hot, then you're gonna get.
Are you? We're gonna plug the special whenever it comes out.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, I have no clue. So yeah, subscribe to Jessica Levin, Instagram. I have a Substack too.
Hell yeah.
I have to grow that more though.
Yeah.
I enjoy that medium as well. And then
There's
and
some
I'm on
people
TikTok
doing
too.
some really cool stuff on Substack.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Like I love. Do you know Sam Frank?
No.
He's doing like an alternate persona. It's called Otto Fishkin, and he's doing like an alternate comedian persona where he tells stories and stuff of things that have happened to him.
I gotta check this out.
Oh yeah, it's cool. It's
I gotta
really
check
cool.
that out because that's fun.
Yeah.
There's a guy, I think Dan Donahue. He seems like a sweetheart too. He's from LA. I've never met him before, but I do like his Substacks. He does a lot of his Instagrams are fun because he's washing dishes and he's intelligent. He's always talking poignantly.
Yeah.
And he will pick up trash in LA and he'll do a video about that.
Okay.
So I just think I like people like doing that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's interesting to me.
Yes.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to start doing some artistically shit. Like
Yeah.
I kind of like. Now that I did the special, I'm like, I do have a vibe, and I do have taste, and I do have a point of view,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that goes a long way than just being a generic.
Yeah,
whatever.
just like a face to camera. I hear
Yeah.
you. No, absolutely.
You know?
Jess.
So thank you very much for having me. This is wonderful.
You're a treasure. Thank
You're
you
a
so
treasure.
much. And guys, here's to hoping we left you a little higher.
Yeah. Or
Hell
get
yeah.
high.
We did it. Or get high. We did it.